Hello, welcome, beautiful, lovely creatures out there. I'm Sophia, and this is Divinity Within Thee, where we take time to get in touch with the divine. I was just, I haven't opened this deck in quite some time, and I just like to shuffle and do like the energy cleansing and stuff like that before I come on, right? And hey, I haven't seen you in a while. Good to see you. Ciao, ciao. And so this is really interesting, you guys. So someone, before we get too deep into this, this is an angel deck, a romance angels, and the first card is letting go of control issues. Allow the situation to unfold naturally. Okay. Somebody may have been a little bit trying to control or attempting to control or do something as far as the connection is concerned, and that was obviously problematic. They may have been trying to do like what I was picking up on. Well, first, when we first came in here, I was singing this song Southern Girl. You too? Yeah. I was singing the song um, Southern Girl. So it could be somebody that you would consider either Southern. It can be somebody like if you're in America, then that's a very specific type, you know? Um, But, also this could be someone that you just see not below you, but maybe, like, geographically, like, when you met them or where they're from or something may be South or Southern to you, right? And so, yeah, I mean, I think that we all to say this, I think that we all, especially as we get older, we tend to have I wouldn't say control issues, but we tend to have a way that we like things to be the way that we like them to be, right? It's like people aren't competing with each other anymore. People are just competing with like our own personal like peace or space or freedoms, right? Like that's kind of how I feel like it is, right? Okay. So that's you live down south, all right, that's what's up. So like I don't know, right? Like for me, I'm just like, okay, well, I don't really know. Like at this point, I kind of live in the middle, but like I don't really know because like technically, depending on where you're at, I could be south of you, right? We don't know, but um, that song is an interesting song. It's actually like Erica Badu that's singing with Rozelle, and maybe it's just like this coming back to this old point, right? But she sings in this very twangy voice, right? She's like, I got about 100 friends who ain't caught on the trend. Southern girl. And she talks about how um, she's countrified. She likes her tofu fried. Maybe I was just thinking about fried tofu. Who really fucking knows, right? But that may mean something to somebody. Or you may actually be from South, right? And you may just like whatever, right? We don't know. For some of us, though, yeah, there is a bit like so we have this situation about like I don't think it's necessarily just control issues. I think it's about letting go of the need to be the one that is controlling the outcome, if that makes more sense, right? Like that's kind of what I feel like it is. Is it's like have a little bit of control, don't be out of control, but like let go of any issues that are based around control, if that kind of makes sense, right? Allow the situation to unfold naturally. So there is obviously some type of situation that's happening. Now, it's interesting that I was like singing this song when I first came on because the song that's been playing like all week. They've been wanting me to do this love reading, and I just haven't had enough like energy to do it until we finally got out of tourist season. And I was like, wow, I want to go places. And I'm like, shit, I have to get my bike fixed. Oh, I have to do this. Oh, I have to do that. But now I'm like feeling supercharged, right? Out of this like lazy energy Torian energy somehow. I don't know. For some of you guys, you can be having this reconciliation. But the song that was coming to me, that's been coming to me all week, has been the real thing. The real thing. I guess I don't know the name of the song. Someone from your past is returning to your life. So again, these are older. These are older songs, right? The real thing is ain't nothing like the real thing, baby. Ain't nothing like the real thing. So what they were telling me is it's like they may have like attempted to um, have some type of connection or something with somebody else or with other people or maybe what they're finding is that many other people are fake and they consider you real, right? Now take what resonates, right? If you are masculine or feminine, I don't really know, but take it as it resonates. All I'm saying is, um, it's like they see something real in you, collective. You're real. You're a real one. You're a real one. Okay. Um, yeah, this reconciliation, this can be somebody from your past. Or here's the thing. Now, I do pick up strong physical past. Maybe you guys were met, maybe you were friends, maybe you dated, maybe you wanted to date, maybe you are kids, maybe, who really knows what the circumstances are. But I'm sensing this was like quite a long time ago. Okay. Um, yeah, I mean, okay, so that song and that album was dropped in like 1999, right? Um, that I was singing when it came on. Okay, so it's something, it can be something like that. Heart with a key, welcoming love, meeting the one, open your heart, getting together, and it's going to be perfect. This is like, okay, I want to be quite, I want to be quite direct with you guys. Okay, I like you. I like you guys. Someone likes you. Romance is blooming, fun, flirting, want to date. I'm picking up on a couple different energies here, actually. There may be more than one suitor. Hand of cards, take a chance, risk, being strategic, options, not showing hand, gambling. Okay, so this could be kind of like a game. This could be kind of like a gamble, right? Let's say there's three, okay? I'm just feeling this. There's like three or four or what? How many? Five. Five? Okay. There can be between two and five. Five? Between two and five suitors. Okay. Um, There may have been more, but there might have been some type of addiction or codependence or some type of medical or um, codependence, obsession, possession, controlling has a block or restraint. Okay. Now, okay, take this as it resonates. Maybe this is one person, okay? Someone here, I'm picking up on multiple energies, okay? Someone here may have some type of addiction, okay? They may have like been working really hard to get past this addiction um, in order to not be controlled by the addiction to be able to reconcile, okay? This can be some, not necessarily everybody, this can be some, okay? Um, for some of you guys, you could have just unlocked, okay? Because this hand of cards tells me, right? Like a hand of cards is generally like five cards, four or five cards, right? Otherwise, not a hand. It's like three cards, right? Um, it's like what they're showing me. Okay, they're showing me that, and again, you can change something to what makes sense to you if it resonates. But I'm picking up that feminine has the upper hand, the hand of cards. Okay. Um, something that something that feminine did, okay? Something that she strategically did, and it could have been different things, right? Um, but something that she did actually opened this heart space, okay? So by maybe not allowing, right? This is unlocking. It's unlocked this key, okay? It's like She found the key and she can unlock it now. She can unlock this actual love. It's like however love was before, maybe um what I was picking up on is like, yeah, a healing heart. That's exactly what I was picking up on. What I was picking up on before, and I couldn't remember what the title was that they wanted me to put, but what I was picking up on before was like redefining what love and relationships and family actually look like, right? After a healed heart and healing from heartbreak, freedom from toxic relationships or addictions. So for some, again, there could have been, you know, someone could have had some type of problem. They could have been a drinker or they could have been a drug addict. They could have been into porn. They could have been, there could have been something. And there's something that they're healing from. Okay. For some of you guys, there is a lot of people that are healing from toxic codependent relationships, like from narcissists, right? From abusive narcissistic relationships. This is kind of what the whole collective is healing from right now, right? From the government structures and stuff like this, right? But for many of you guys, it's like you've been working, you've been healing this heart, and for some, it's like you've unlocked something because you've cut some things off, right? Because you decided in order to heal your heart that you can't keep going back to the same shit that broke your heart. You can't keep. It's like it, codependent obsession, possession, controlling has a blocker restraint. Okay. So they want me to share my story. I'm going to share my story, even though I didn't want to share my story. But okay. So for me, a lot of these people that taught me that love was transactional, that were very abusive. Okay. NPD, narcissistic personality disorder, right? Narcissists and empaths go way, way, way back, right? It took me a long time to figure out how to love myself or what love was because I always felt that it was transactional. Okay. Now, in this point in time, these people are trying to make me feel guilty for something that happened for black magic backfire. Right. And they're trying to contact me and trying to make me feel bad. Now, if I go back and I'm like, oh, well, I feel so bad. No, they're trying to drag me back down. It's not my problem, just like I wasn't their problem, just like my life or living wasn't their problem. It's not my problem, right? Part of healing means we cannot heal in the same environment where the abuse happened, which means sometimes when we cut off people or abusive traits or abusive situations or abusive scenarios, when we start to cut those out, that means we have to definitively make that choice to cut it out. And we have to know that every time we're about to sever that cord, right? Imagine you're cutting a cord. Imagine you're severing the cord. Imagine the cord is burning and now you're no longer attached to it. And as long as they don't have that attachment, you have to consent. Okay, just like it's happening on the world stage, you have to consent to them attaching that fucking tentacle, right? See how she's carrying that? It's like a ball and chain. Okay, that came from having to be attached to somebody like fake love, right? That's what it came from. It's like the old love, the old ball and chain. It's like you didn't really want to, but you needed someone to fucking manage your house or to birth your children or to whatever. It's the old ball and chain. But look at this at a more um forward level, right? At a more future level, right? The addiction is, can we cut off these people, right? Like some people need that constant codependence. Some people need that validation from a group setting. Some people need that, oh, well, I got to ask my best friend, I've been going through this, like, am I a bad person? Right. I'm like, oh, well, I need to ask this person. I need to ask. It's like, no, 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 no. I need to sit and do some breathing and tune into myself and do some muscle testing and say, if this, and then put yourself in a future scenario, right? This is how you really test instead of acting because they want to cause an emotional response or reaction. Why? Because if they fuck with my nervous system, then I can't stay focused on my heart healing and opening up and playing my own hand because now I'm worried about their bullshit. Does that make sense? And they want that because if I'm worried about their bullshit, then they can use me as the generator to transmute all of their shit ass fucking energy and karma. No, that's your karma. Thank you. No. Thank you. No. That's not my fucking karma. That's not my karma. That's not my karma. Now, I went back and forth about, well, do if I am good or as bad as these people if I do the same thing that they do to me? And it says, no, you're not doing the same thing. Okay. These people stabbed you in the back over and over and over and over again. Now, for some of you guys, I was picking up that this is something that's happened lifetime after lifetime after lifetime, that you have incarnated with some of these people collective, lifetime after lifetime. And they end up every time sucking you dry, stabbing you in the back, and leaving you for dead. And every time you end up being the empath to come back to heal that. So, for many of you guys, cutting that off, right? The addiction to needing to resolve other people's problems, the addiction for saying, well, just because I've known that person forever, or just because they're hurting now, or just because they're my family, or they were my family at one point, right? And they're going through something hard. Like, were any of them there when you were going through something hard? No, you have to do like what the universe was showing me is kind of like putting yourself in not like a positive negative list, right? Pros and cons. I'm like, what's that list called? Pros and cons of each outcome, so you can see, so you get a visual uh sighting of what's going on. It's one way you can do it. They kind of show me like that, figure out like what the pros and the cons are, but then the way that they have me do it is they have me imagine, okay? Imagine in the future. For instance, these people cause heartache, pain, separation, deception, shocking. They attacked you. Okay. The last thing this person did was attack me and call me all these things and spit in my face. Right. And there was no, this is how this person has always been to me my whole fucking life. Right. So am I stabbing this person in the back? No, I'm simply saying, I understand. Stranger danger, that's abuse, right? You're a stranger to me. I don't know you. I don't have that. I don't tolerate that type of behavior in my situation anymore. Because what happens is, especially when you're empathic, we are drawn back into these old situations where people want us, like, especially when you're doing really good, then people want you, oh, well, take care of this for me. Or you start to see all these other things berating you because they want to push you over your limit. They want to keep you in dysregulation. If they keep you in dysregulation, right? It's just like that movie Monsters Inc., right? When the kids are fucking screaming, when they're tormented, they're sucking the energy, right? If they keep you fucking scared, if they keep you freaked out, then they can harvest more of your energy because you're like a fucking battery. Especially these fucking narcissists. Like, I've come to find that most narcissists are being driven by reptilian forces. Like, let's just be real. Can be Draco, can be reptilian, doesn't really matter. Like, they have different directives. Okay. And I'm not saying all of them are bad. I'm not saying all of them are bad. But as a general, like, yeah, they have different directives. Okay. They have different directives. Okay. Draconian directive is AI, right? The artificial intelligence. They want to be able to control people. They can jump through. The way that these different species can jump through, especially the reptilian and these types, is through the electronics and through any types of addiction. That's funny that I was holding this. Through any types of addictions or other things like this, right? This can be codependency. This can be pornography. This can be video games. This can be drugs, alcohol, whatever. It can be whatever. So what I'm picking up on is some of you guys, some people may feel that they need something, that they in stepping into this new phase or in healing themselves, they may feel like it was really hard. They may feel a block or a restraint in healing their heart, okay? Or they may have felt that, okay? But what you're understanding is you're healing from that. You're becoming free from the toxicity, okay? And that's where the strategy comes into play, right? And you're understanding that these people that stabbed you in the back were karmic relationships. You're starting to see the difference between soulmates and karmic relationships. Now, you have many soulmate relationships. You have many soulmate relationships throughout your lifetime, right? For instance, my little fur buddy, my little kitty, that's one of my soulmates, right? That little soul was chosen to be my little soul guide on a little mission. right? One of my soulmates can be different. It doesn't always have to be physically intimate. It can be platonic. It can be same sex. It can be an older person to a young person. It doesn't really matter, right? Soulmates are people that come into your life. They inspire radical change or shifts in like evolutionary shifts in your consciousness or your being. And they change you and who you are, whatever level you're playing at, they change that forever. Or they are catalytic in nature to changing that forever. Okay. Karmics, karmics, on the other hand, are a little bit different. Okay. And how are karmics different? What karmics do, fleeting triggers, turmoil, resentment, lessons, letting go, and loving you. So, what karmics do, they stab you in the back for sure. This There may be about you may have had karmics that were trying to stab you in the back, okay? Some of them may have tried to say that you had some type of addiction or something like this, some type of possession, controlling, codependency, or that you were obsessed with them. But the truth is coming out. The truth is coming out. So the truth does not have to fight to show itself. Eventually, it will come out, just like the sun every day. The truth will come out, okay? Now, for the karmic relationships, what you'll understand is not to hate this person, okay? Everybody, you don't have to hate this person. You have to understand that no matter if it's a karmic or a soulmate or a twin flame, whatever it is, right? It doesn't matter, okay? But if it's a karmic, it's your job individually to be able to know the difference. It's your job individually to be able to know the difference. And in that knowing the difference, right? And knowing the difference of this karmic relationship versus a soulmate versus a twin flame, right? In knowing the difference, you'll be able to say, okay, I don't actually hate this person, right? There's no need to hate this person. This person, my soul signed a contract with that soul. Um, and when they did that, we said that this is how I'm going to learn the lesson. And you decided that's how you're going to learn the lesson. So if you don't learn the lesson, then the karmic keeps re entering in new bodies. It will always be the same, generally the same lesson, just maybe a new friend group, maybe a different place. Maybe you moved to a different place and you didn't deal with that. It shows up again in your next relationship, in your next friendship, in your next living situation, whatever it is, right? It's because karma is going to keep replaying the same lesson until you have learned the lesson. Now, for some of you guys, you learned, okay? You fucking unlocked it. You said, I'm not dealing with this. You cut some people off, okay? And in the process of cutting these people off, instead of saying, but I don't want to lose everybody, I don't want to be alone, and I don't want to lose these people, right? Instead of saying that, you said, no, I'm healing my heart. And if these people are not supportive of me, if these people have been abusive of me, if these people haven't shown up when I've asked them to show up, but demand that I show up when they ask me to show up, no, these aren't my people, not my fucking people, not my fucking problem. And you guys are out here and you're healing your heart. And in the process of healing your heart, you've healed that heartbreak. You've freed yourself from this toxic relationships and addictions. Okay. You've healed that. You've unlocked this new fucking key. You got this key, you unlocked this, and now you have, oh, did I put this? And now you're having fun. You're finding people that are really resonating. Someone likes you and they're coming in, right? They're coming in. Someone likes you. Romance is blooming, fun, flirting. They want to date, right? Yeah, and you've cut this person out. Now, some of you guys, you finally realized whoever these karmic people were and that they were just out to stab you in the back, okay? Now, remember this reconciliation, people from your past returning to your life. Again, this does not have to be intimate. This can be other people. This can be intimate. It can be different people. We don't know, but for sure, there is going to be one or some that are here to be deceptive in that reconciliation. And those are the karmic relations that are trying to stab you in the back. So be careful not to let people in that you haven't talked to in a really long time. There may be a reason why you didn't talk to them in a really long time, and you need to reevaluate what that actual reason was. Um, Everybody out here is one. Nobody's for me. You're alone by yourself. It's just you, yourself, and I. Yeah. Isn't that a song? Hey, Cole. It's almost night there. What time is it? It's 5 p.m. here. 6 p.m. here. It's 6 p.m. here. Why am I asleep? I'm normally should be asleep. I wake up when I do my lives in the middle of the night. Normally when I do the lives, it's like 12 to 1 a.m. here. Um, it's 6:20 p.m. Hey Heidi from New York. So you saw the rain in Bali from another live stream. Yeah. Was it heavy? I love it when it rains out here. It always reminds me of this, it reminds me of Disneyland on the, what's it called? The Tiki Room, you know, when it just starts and there's like this crazy rain that's pouring down. And yeah, that's what always reminds me of because that's like what it is. It's like tropical, right? We're in subtropics, so it's like tropical storm and it's just like, and it'll do that for like 30 minutes or like 2 hours, 30 minutes, something like that. And then it just be like chilling out. You're just like, where did that even come from? We don't know. Just moving by, moving by. Um, so yeah, healthy choices. As you guys are making healthy choices, look at my brain's getting so much better. Making healthy choices in love and in life, self-love, self-care, being happier. So yeah, this is what I was picking up on is like when you guys made this choice, right? And I had to say it because I had to do some personal meditation because I have some own of my own personal things going on, right? With the story that I've been sharing with you guys, right? And I had to be like, I don't want to be a bad person like these people are, right? I don't want to eye for an eye. I don't want to eye captain them, but I'm good at it. But no, but no, I didn't want to do it. But at the same time, it was like choose the hand that you play wisely, because to entertain other options, right? It's like I tell you guys all the time, if the VIP parking spot if someone temporary is parked in that parking spot because they were too lazy to fucking walk 2 minutes, like you're gonna miss the VIP that's looking for a new spot to park and chill out for a bit, like they're gonna miss it. They're gonna miss it because the parking spot's filled with some other bullshit of these backstabbing karmics, right? If these people look at heart to heart conversations in reverse, if these past people that want to reconcile, they better come with an apology, right? Here's the thing is when people have done something abusive, when they've done something, they know they've done something wrong, and then they gone ghost and they don't talk to you for a really long fucking time. And they need to honestly discuss what happened. They need to discuss their feelings. They need to discuss that. But it's disgusting because the reality of these situations, you don't just reconciliation. It doesn't matter if something terrible is happening. It doesn't matter if someone was in an accident or dying. You would think that if something happened and you're like, wow, the last time I acted like this to this person was like this, maybe it's your job to call and fucking apologize before you fucking die. Because I didn't do nothing. What the fuck? And at some point, you have to stop being the bigger person and transmuting other people's bullshit energy, because what that is that's manipulation. Okay? Expecting people to respond or to treat you like they're your friends or they're your family or like nothing happened after abusive situations is fucking manipulation. It's manipulation. There's no other way around it. This is narcissistic manipulation. Yeah. So watch out. Okay. Now, these people may need to let go of, these people need to let go of their control issues, the healing family issues in the reverse. Okay. So for many of you guys, this is something having to do with very close family members or friends that has been blocking or that is trying to suck you back into these old ways. Okay. Because what happens is when you have that spot that's reserved for your fucking happily ever after, right? That VIP, right? Victory in progress. Let's just call it VIP, victory in progress, right? And that victory that's there, that happy ending that's there waiting for you, you're not going to get because you're letting all this fucking junk, all this old baggage, and you're waiting. Oh, well, they're going to bring a truck to pick it all up. Like, no, get that shit the fuck out of my driveway. Get that shit the fuck out of my house, right? This is my house, my home, my temple, my sanctuary, and you don't belong here. Okay? Like I said, for many of you guys, these can be people that were very close to you that are now trying to reconcile. This can be people that you were childhood friends with. Maybe you grew up. Maybe you went to school. Maybe they are your actual family. Maybe they are old friends, or they're people that maybe you might have been friends with at some point in time, but maybe you fucking blocked them because they were doing some fucking scandalous ass shit, right? Because they were doing some deceptive shit, because they were karmics. It's your job to know, right? Your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. So, in this process of forgiving, okay, just because you forgive does not mean you have to forget. And just because you forgive does not mean that you are necessarily got to call and forgive those people. And forgiveness doesn't mean you let people back into your life either. Forgiveness is for you. Forgiveness is for you, not for them, for you. For me, the way that I go about it, okay, is when people, especially abusive situations, I say, I forgive myself for not knowing any better and for making decisions that were the best at the time with what I had available to me. I forgive myself for everything that led up to this point. I forgive myself for forgiving them over and over again to let them keep re-entering, to keep hurting me. I forgive myself. Do you need to forgive them? I wish them exactly what they deserve. I wish them the same courtesy that they have shown me. Okay? Whoever these people were, they were controlling or they were blocking this wedding from coming in. There was already maybe a wedding or a honeymoon that was actually set up for you. Someone could have already planned this. Wow. Someone could have already planned a wedding and a honeymoon, and these other people, these other friends or family members actually got in got in the way. They got in the way. They created some type of fucking story. They were strategic. They created some type of story. Okay, let's figure out what the story is. The situation involved marriage, honeymoon, enjoy the bliss of the holiday time together. So they took this away from you. They took that away. But it's coming back. Trust very soon. Okay? Like I said, like they had me channel, the situation is calling for you to have faith. Clearly decide what you want so that it can come to you now. Okay, so this is something else that I was picking up on as well, which was telling me as long as you let these other people live rent free, as long as you let any of these other people have any type of thought or energy in your space, you're blocking the energy of love. You're blocking the energy of matching vibration because these people make you upset. You have to start worrying, do I check on them because it's the humane thing to do? Or well, can my nervous system, can myself like, no, actually, no, I don't. Because I spent 3 fucking months, just spent 3 months regulating my nervous system. And I'm finally feeling better. I'm sure you guys can probably notice if you've been here for a minute. I'm finally feeling and looking a little bit better. Okay. But these people are trying to, girl with the snake, okay? Empath and narcissist paradigm, being charmed or used, enable your fucking boundary. You guys, fucking screenshot that. I can't make this up. Enable your boundaries, okay? Yeah, this is what you're healing from. Okay. For many of you guys, this is a hard choice to make. Okay. This is a hard choice to make because you care for these people. It's not that you maybe don't care, or but you have to lock your love away. Okay. Keep your love locked down. I'm hearing keep your love locked down. Your love locked down. Yeah. Um, and you have to hide it because these people do not want this happy ending. They don't want your happy ending to come from you. They're literally going against creating your happy ending for you. You deserve this love, though. You deserve this love, collective. It's safe for you to love. You guys have been wondering if it's going to be okay because you're wondering if it's a fucking setup or if you are lovable. If you're really going to get all this well, you're about to get something. Okay. So you open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all. It's the same as his heart with the key. Okay. Lock away the old, painful, abusive love because if you have them locked up, if you have them locked up in a little like just imagine that you lock that up, you put the key on it, they're in a little cell somewhere or on a little fucking whatever, in their own fucking zone, right? And in that process of you locking them up there, you've now put them where they're going to be. Okay. Now, the only way that they can get out and come in and bother you or have anything to do with us is if we give them a key or we send somebody to open up that fucking gate. Okay. Now, on the inside of this gate, or in this, let's say, beautiful, open, whimsical space, right? We can unlock with this beautiful key to our heart. And what does it say? Welcoming love, meeting the one. Open your heart. Okay. That's what they're trying to keep you doing. They're trying to keep you in a space where your open heart means taking on their trauma instead of your open heart is attracting your happy ending, your vibrational let's change it. VIP, vibrational interconnected person. I don't know, right? Like you're vibrationally um I don't know. But anyways, yeah, because paradise, okay? You're about to have happiness, expansion, joy, playfulness, oneness, enjoying each other. You have to stay in this frequency, okay? This love story, this happy ending doesn't come from all of this bullshit. Now, what they were showing me is this what is it? Tale as old as time. Okay, isn't this from Beauty and the Beast, right? Beauty and the Beast. So they were showing me this. Someone is out here. They've been watching you for a while. They could be stalking you. They could be whatever. Okay. These people have been watching you, but maybe they don't know where you are. They don't know where you are. I was picking up on some other stuff too, like wherever. So again, like I said, that with the stab in the back, these people have been doing the same thing like lifetime after lifetime after lifetime, and every time you do it because you're the person that would give your own life up for all these other fucking people, right? And so these karmic relationships just keep fucking stabbing you in the back, and this is real shit for sure. I've had a bunch of Reiki masters and stuff like this, like time and time again, like pulling swords and knives out of my back. So that's an actual thing. Um, Now some of these can be friends. Okay. See this, let your friends help you in reverse. Some of these people that you consider friends, that you consider family, also don't want you to have this happy ending because they would rather spend their time with you. They're not helping. This is for someone very specific. This is for someone very specific. Your friends are telling you not to express your love however you want to express your love. They're trying to keep you codependent upon them or what they say you should do. Okay, so this is very specific. This is for very specific collective, masculine, feminine, I'm not really sure. Okay, these people are causing codependencies. These people could be stressing you out. Okay, addictions are affecting your romantic life. These people could be stressing you out to keep you drinking or to keep you getting high or to keep you watching porn, to keep you playing video games or to keep you working, whatever it is. These people that were supposedly your friends, okay, they're preventing you from actually expressing your love. You need to stop asking them, okay? They're creating codependency and they're creating other problems, even if you don't know it, okay? For some of you guys, and you're not going to like to hear this, for some of you guys, divine masculines, somebody that is a friend or somebody that is close to you has been putting some type of poison or spell work within your home, within your food or drink or something like this, okay? Um, Now, with the spell work, they can be putting some type of drugs or something like this. For some, there is somebody that is putting some type of drugs or something in there. Why would they do something like that? I can tell you why they would do something like that. Because if you're working really hard to be clean and to be sober, right, then these higher level um, entities don't have the ability to come in and to touch you. Okay, and so that's a thing. While you're having any addiction problems or substance problems, or while you're drinking or doing any type of drugs or participating in like fuck boy, fuck girl, just fucking whoever all the time, without being with a sacred energy exchange. If you're just fucking hookup culture, like they can attach to you. These entities or beings can attach to you 100%. Okay. So literally people can be doing this. You never fucking know, and that's literally for somebody specific. Okay, this is going to be somebody who really feels that they are the one for divine masculine. Okay, this is somebody, they have a fucking friend and they have this unrequited love. Okay, there's not enough attraction or chemistry for them to be in a relationship, like in an actual romantic relationship, but somebody um is preventing masculine from coming into this partnership or this relationship. Yeah, it may be somebody. Yeah, so you're gonna know if this is actually a person, because you're gonna have a lot of chemistry and a lot of passion between the two of you guys. Okay, there is a strong magnetic attraction. Allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. Amazing. What were we asking on? I cleaned up all the cards. Now I forgot. Silly me, silly me. Um, so for some of you guys, well, if you don't have any friends and you don't hang around anybody, then that part is not for you. Like I said, it's for someone specific. Um, um, Grand Rising. What time is it? Where are you guys at? It's like 6:30 p.m. here. So what time is it at there? Okay. Many of you guys, now, when you decide to cut this shit off, cut it out, when you decide to move away from it, something comes rushing into you. Okay, this is what see, I love it. The cards just bring me right back around. So the situation is, right, many of you guys, when you clear that parking spot, right, when you put up that red rope and you clear that parking spot, and now you have that vibrationally um I don't know, important person, right? um they're going to be able to come in, but you have to and this is what I was picking up in the beginning, right? Like, it's taken me so long to heal my heart from all of the trauma from growing up with a house full of narcissistic abusive people, right? Especially, people don't understand, like, having your people that are supposed to be your caretaker be your abusers, and you not understanding how to kind of navigate that can be a little that can cause a lot of problems. It can cause a lot of problems in um, working situations and love life and lots of things, right? It can ripple back quite far. And so in that process, right, again, I had to put myself and say, no, I've taken this long to heal myself. I'm not going to be dragged back down into someone else's shit, right? No, absolutely not. I know who's on my team and I know who's not on my team. I know who's been there for me when I needed something and who's not. And I know when I was like, when I had, you know, and I know that. And so since you guys know that, you have to hold that faith in the becoming, in yourself becoming this next version of yourself, in becoming this lover guy or lover girl or whatever, and becoming this partner, this couple, this love story, right? Focus on this love story. Oh, what they were showing me, this is what I was talking about. Beauty and the Beast, right? So they're trying to marry her off. They're trying to marry her off to this, what's his name? Gaston, right? Right? And as they're trying to marry her off to Gaston, she's like way too intelligent. He's just like a stupid brute that just wants to go around hunting and killing things. And she's just like, nah, I ain't going out like that. Like, I'm not into it, right? To where she's just like, fuck it. Like she chose the bear, right? She chose the bear. She chose the beast. Oh my God, this is hilarious, you guys. Sorry. She chose the bear. She chose the beast over the fucking man. Sorry. Anyways, it's so funny. It's sad, but true, but funny, but also sad. So, anyways, the point is, and she was just like, yeah, I mean, I'm beautiful and smart and I should probably procreate. And this dude just wants to knock me up and make me have babies and whatever. Like, he's rich and famous and whatever, you know? And she's just like, but he's a fucking idiot. Like, I don't want to produce with him. I'd rather, like, go to this creepy ass castle with this beastly thing and, like, maybe never have that happy ending just so I can make sure my father is good and like that's cool, right? Like that's the story, right? Like so anyways, in the process because she had faith that like no, I'm going to stick to doing what's right. I'm going to stick to my integrity. I'm going to stick to what my heart says is right. And she's having this internal faith that knowing that just doing the right thing, that just following her heart no matter what and like, whatever, she deals with all this dumb shit. And then at the end, it's like, oh, well, I fucking love you. And then it like breaks the fucking curse. And then this like super handsome prince comes out and she's just like, what the fuck? Right? Like, this is kind of what they're showing me. Like, that's what I'm saying is it's like this tale, it's like some type of curse that's been going on, that's been perpetuated lifetime after lifetime, cycle after cycle after cycle. And these people have reincarnated and fucking cycled and stabbed, fucking backstabbed over and over and over and over and over again. And you know, like it's just it's just really interesting because when you still have faith, when you say, listen, I already know what's going to happen. These people, I'm not going to go back and deal with them because these people are going to stab me in the back. They're going to have me come over there and what the fuck can I do? You should have helped me when I had the availability to be able to fucking get back to your country, but you didn't. So now there's nothing I can do for you. You have 20,000 USD because that's how much it costs for me to get there. Like, I'm not giving up my life and my whole life's fucking work for some people that didn't even give me a fucking bed to sleep on, even though they're my fucking family, right? And so you have to make that decision. And when you make that decision, this thing comes rushing in, this chariot. It's like you make that heart-led decision and it starts to elevate you. It's almost like she's levitating, right? And it's like all these wild horses are like carrying her. It's almost like they're carrying her like the wind, right? Yeah. And someone's bringing something. Someone's bringing something that that they've been holding on to for a long time. Okay? Excuse me. The Four of Pentacles is somebody that's been holding on for a long time. Okay? So you may have been holding on. See, again, you may have been holding on for a long time being like this shit is never coming. Why? Because you have the Knight of Pentacles, the slowest moving knight, the one bringing the message of when that shit's going to go down. And by the time that he gets there, right? Like by the time this knight shows up, like the other physical person is already there. Like the blessing and the physical person is already there when the message, when your fucking chariot arrives. And like it should have been there prior. So you had time to get ready to get on this chariot. So you had time to get yourself physically ready to get on this fucking chariot. But because this is the slowest moving night, it's taking a long time. It's taking some time. But now he's like giddying up for, again, some type of flowers. Roses could be very significant. Okay. There's pink and orange and red. I was picking up on white roses the other day. There's also purple roses in here. Yeah, someone's coming to bring you a nice offer. Okay. All because you decided to let go of this. Now you have this chemistry. Now you have this passion, right? Because what happens is when you're connected to people and situations that are draining you energetically, emotionally, mentally, energetically, spiritually, right? They're draining you. They're sucking. Imagine yourself as a battery. Okay. Imagine like, those batteries from the 90s where you like press on them and you can see the little line that goes up, like how much charge is in the battery or whatever. It's like that. Okay. Now imagine you're just like, oh, you go here and it's like full charge. And you're like, cool. Like I'm gonna stay over here because it doesn't drain my battery in one sitting. But you fucking go over here and you try to use this device or this tool, and that shit fucking drains the battery. Like you get one good round and then you're fucking spent, right? That's how these people are. Now, whoever this next person is that's coming in has some beautiful things. They could be bringing you some type of key, some type of seashell. Again, I'm picking up on these orchids, roses, orchids, like different types of flowers. Okay. Different types of flowers or rocks or crystals, something like this. Oh, before it was the Empress and I just was shuffling it and now it's the Emperor. Okay. So yeah, this person is going to want to make all your dreams come true. Okay. All your dreams come true. They say, they may have waited for you to hit a point where you were more healed. Okay. They may want to help you heal. They may want to help you to create some type of healing center. This was like a dream of mine, or some type of you may have some type of different type of healing modality or service or something like this, where you can help the world to heal, right? They want to help with that. Okay. For some of you guys, yeah, I mean, I'm just picking up like very strongly on like spa and like psychedelic studies, like different things like this, right? And the emperor, the energy of the emperor. So this person wants to help you to create your empire. Okay. They want to stand behind you. It's like you are the music, the chorus, and everything to them. And with the emperor and the empress, the empress was in here literally, and I started shuffling it, but we'll see if she pops back out again. After the Ace of Materials, it's like they wanted to bring you something because they see you as the Empress, right? The Four of Wands, inspiration, but this is also union. Okay. Again, this is union. This is coming together. This is marriage. This is ideas. So like maybe they have a great idea and they want to merge ideas. Okay. They may want to be some type of business partner with you. Yeah, Nine of Inspiration. You inspire them quite a lot, the world. They may want to travel around the world doing something with you or creating whatever they're doing here. Also, the world or the cosmos, they see you as this. Okay. You are like their whole world, or they want to like live in your world. They want to be your whole world. They want to travel the world. Um, there's something that they're secretly hiding, that they were hiding, that they're not going to be hiding anymore. Here she comes again, you guys. Okay. So I told you. So the Seven of Voices is the Seven of Swords, I assume. Yeah. The Seven of Swords. So the Seven of Swords is normally like there's something secret, something hidden, like this, right? Fox, like someone has been very clever, clever like a fox, right? Something has been a secret or has been hidden, but not all the way hidden, right? There's a pathway leading to it. But with the Hermit in reverse, it means what was once hidden is no longer hidden, okay? the Empress. So again, could be Empress and Emperor that are coming together to create this. And it doesn't, now there is no gender in tarot, just in case you guys are wondering. There is no gender in tarot, but whoa, that's way too many. That's like half the deck. But the Empress can also be like the conceiving something, right? Creating world. It's like you guys are gonna create, like you guys, it's like, first of all, you're like, I'm hearing Jamiroquai. She's just a cosmic girl. Do, 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 do. They consider you, yeah. Look at this, you guys. The high priestess. They consider you this like cosmic high priestess, like you've been hidden. You've been hidden and now you're no longer afraid to be hidden. You've been protecting yourself because you may have been afraid for a long time, feminine. Okay? Enter the lovers. Shout out to all my lovers, and we are in Gemini season. Shout out to all the Geminis out there. Yeah. So this is what's going on. For many of you guys, this person is going to come out because you may have already known that this person loved you, but they may have pretended like they didn't, like they weren't in love with you or that whatever, or maybe you didn't think this or that. But now it's like they are emperor and you are empress, and you may have already known that, but they may just be, it may be this love that they're ready to finally confess. Any clarification on this, please? But they see you as like everything. Yeah, 10 of emotions. Yeah, the 10 of cups. They are ready to have this happy family with you. They it's like they had to get their shit together or something like this, because until they could come in and offer you everything, it's like they felt like they couldn't. Yeah. Temperance, they had to balance themselves out. Maybe they had some type of addictions. 20, awakening. Okay, this is also like judgment. Yeah, they may have had some type of interesting awakening, or they may have been going through some dark night of the soul and having an awakening. Yeah, the hermit, the night of inspiration, and something came to them and they're just like so passionately move forward. Or maybe they tried to hermit, to go away from it all, to go in to make sure they weren't fucking tripping out. And like, no, what they receive when they go into this deep state or this meditative state or whatever it is, they're receiving visions of you. Okay, they see you as like this pink or this purple flower or something like this. They've been seeing you since they were for a long time. For many of you guys, some since they were small. You may have known each other when you were children, or you may have known each other like, maybe you have some type of childlike connection or lore. Maybe you guys will heal your inner children together. You know, it's not about finding someone you can grow old with, but finding someone you can grow young with. Yeah. The 10 of coins, the 10 of materials. You guys are going to have a happy ending. Okay, hold on. Let me go back and see what everybody's saying. Okay, yeah. Some people have faith, some people do have faith. Emu love. I would assume that's Queensland. Some people playing today know what they're supposed to do, the purpose in life, and still go against God. So there's so many things in this life that you can do wrong and get away with it. But for certain, no, because there's karma, right? And what's been super prominent with me all week is like, you don't need to say anything to people, but it's okay. I know karma is going to take care of it, right? Like I had these people and they're Balinese, and the wife's always super nice to me. And like, I don't know why the husband's like mad, because maybe because he doesn't understand, maybe because we haven't actually talked, maybe because he doesn't know my story and he just thinks like I'm playing the wife or something. I don't really fucking know whatever his deal is. But anyways, um, he like came at me like with all this, like sent me these messages and came at me with all this fucking weird shit. And I'm just like, what? And I'm just like, I was gonna say all this stuff, and then I was like, no, 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 all good, all good, all good, like it's all good. Like, I already know, like, right? Like, I know within my being, right, that I'm leaving soon, right? I'm leaving soon, so I'm not going to be here any longer. And I won't have to be around certain people. And so I don't actually have to get get into it. But what other people do isn't my fucking problem or your fucking problem. It's only about what we individually do. And it's about keeping people that are within our in our close-knit circles like accountable for the shit that they do, right? So like let's say I had a friend, like I used to have a lot of friends. Now I don't have friends because I'm fucking like far away from people and like I'm kind of tripped out by people, right? It's not because I'm fucking antisocial or it's not because I'm psychopathic. It's literally because I'm healing my heart. I'm protecting myself. And I've had so many instances, so many run ins with these fucking narcissistic personality disorder people, and then they're just like they get to the next level, right? They get to being psychopaths or sociopaths or whatever, and because it becomes like the next phase, like I can't really, like I don't, I want to make sure that I am fully grounded in my shit before I entertain any other shit anymore, right? And so that's where we're at. It's like it doesn't matter who's doing what, right? Like unless you are in a marriage or a committed relationship, like however anybody else is moving, like free will, we don't have the ability to fuck with people's free will. And that does always come into play. And that's why many times we will sometimes not connect with the actual twin flame and we'll have an actual soulmate, a high level soulmate that may come in instead. Why? Because the twin flame still has the free will. Even if you sign that contract, doesn't mean that they're going to do all their work to hit the same level of frequency that the other one is. No, no. Many, excuse me, many times it happens that it's their choice not to. So what happens is sometimes when you guys do sign soul contracts, you'll keep re-entering lifetime after lifetime after lifetime until you guys finally complete that karmic cycle and sort it out. So yeah, if we go around trying to tell everybody else how to do shit, then we're missing us doing what we really need to do for ourselves. And that's the biggest thing. So it's not that they're getting away with it, it's that it's their choice, right? It's part of being incarnated in earth school is like free agency, free will, right? Um, not gonna do it on God's time is the dumbest thing in the world. Yeah, exactly. And this is what keeps coming up. What is your name? Divine Earth Angel. Hey, nice to meet you, fellow Divine Earth Angel. Um, yeah, and this is what's going on, right? God's plan. And this is literally divine timing. But the thing is there has to be, ooh, look, it gives me so many goosebumps. There has to be the resonant frequency. And as long as you have these old parasitic, addictive, like demonic, like beings or people that are still nagging in your ear or fucking tugging on your coattail or doing whatever they're doing, right? You're going to be like, oh, well, I'm not good enough, or oh, blah, blah, blah. Like they're going to be occupying your fucking subconscious and your conscious thoughts, right? So, how I really fucking healed myself, and some people, if you're new here, welcome. Um, if you're not in the, I mean, if you are in the description box below, I have some of my Instagrams listed. If you guys want to check out some cool stuff later, um, my friend called it did the other day and he's like, "Oh my God, your other lives are so amazing, right?" But the reality is to really kickstart my super intense healing journey, I went and I got on a fucking boat and I was in the ocean. Why? Because it was like deprivation. I put myself in my own deprivation chamber, right? And what did I learn from that? First of all, I was completely enveloped. I just heard like the beautiful ocean noises and stuff like this. I became like fucking had all these little like Snow White of the sea, right? All these little sea creatures, and I had a Seahawk. I had like 3 or 4 different Seahawks in different harbors and different locations. It was super fucking cool. But anyways, beside the point, I put myself in this deprivation chamber. Why? Because we are so influenced by our media, by our friends, by our family, by things that are consistently in our face, in our eyes, or up our ass, whatever, where it's just like, like biting at our ankles. And so we have to be aware that all of that is fucking registering back to our subconscious mind when we go into little dream state, right? When we drop into delta and into theta, and if we're not really getting that deep sleep, then we're kind of in that in between state. And so now what's happening is the subconscious is kind of like fucking lava lamping through the conscious brain. And now you're picking up on all that other input that you were getting throughout the day or throughout the week. And like that starts to rewire with your conscious programming. And that's what we don't want. And so that's why I put myself in the boat because I was just like, shut everything off. Like I have to turn on the radio and tune into a channel to boom boom, you know? Like now I had a black rocker. Shout out to Ramses. The black rocker was fucking tight. Um, he had to leave it or we ended up leaving her. So I can't even remember how the fuck it happened, but oh, we didn't want to leave it. We didn't want to leave it at the dock. We didn't want to leave it at the dock because he came and stay with me for like a weekend or a week or something, like out of my boat when I had it on a Santa Catalina island. And he this fucking block rocker, and he was like, "I'm just gonna leave it in the truck." And I was like, "If you leave it in this truck in fucking LA, like this shit will not be here when you get back." So, anyways, we brought it to the island, and that fucking block rocker was fucking sick. I ran everything by solar power, and so I would be able to run the stereo. It was like a fucking mini amp, right? Like this, and then it had like a handle and wheels, so you could fucking pull it. You could plug in a mic and all this stuff. And anyways, I would turn this on and I would just get like change. I would understand that in this deprivation chamber, as I was changing music, so too would everything, the animals, everything that was going on around me. Why? Because water, we're mostly water, right? And noise and frequency and everything is traveling further through water. So imagine you're mostly water, right? And imagine there's this frequency, this radio wave, or let's say some fucking hip hop, like cruising whatever it is, right? Like coming through the waves, right? Some drum and bass, right? Like ding, 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 cruising down the waves. Now you're over here, and your body is now picking it up. It's now picking up that frequency because it's traveling. The vibrational frequency is traveling further through water, whether you notice it or not. Now you're picking up on it. So imagine these other people, this other stuff. You're just like, oh, I don't want to hear that. That music is trash, whatever it is, right? And it's like over here, right? Like imagine you're a yachty. I used to call them yachties, like the people like snooty ass people at the yacht clubs, because I was like a fucking pirate, right? I was making art and stuff on my boat. I was like political statementing that shit. And I was a peaceful pirate, peaceful. But the reality is, they're like, we don't like this noise. It's fucking trash. But it just is traveling through the water. So we there's nothing we can really do about it unless we're going to turn on other music and change the frequency. But then we're like in this frequency war. So imagine these old people or scenarios or old abusers or old friends that were never there for you, that you always just kept maintaining the friendship because you've known them for so long, or because they were your family, or because you went to kindergarten, whatever the fuck your scenario is, right? It doesn't matter. But this is fucking trash ass intention energy, and it's like that frequency is now disrupting your love frequency because it's like trash, 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 trash. And your body's like, oh, but I want the love. And it's like, oh, but can I feel the love in this dumpster fire? I don't know. Kind of hard, right? Like, like, where's God now? And then people start to blame it on God. It's like, God was like, bro, I didn't tell you to hop in that dumpster fire. I told you to tend to I told you, go towards the passion and the chemistry, not towards the people that stress you out, right? And so it's kind of like that, you understand? So we have to understand that each person has their own free will. And even though we can be on the same journey for extended amounts of time, at some point in time, people's journeys or paths kind of switch or deviate. Their course changes from what yours is because certain people choose to evolve. Certain people don't mind the stagnancy. Certain people are just floating along a wrong way, a wrong, a wrong, a wrong, wrong, a wrong, wrong, a long, wrong way from where they should be. Yeah, because they're abandoning their own self, right? Yeah, yeah. They're abandoning what their true inner passion is in their own self, and they're ending up abandoning themselves. And that's the thing, is like, what is your highest vibrational self say? Like, not, or what do they do, right? It's like, yeah, in a perfect world, I would love to be this person, the perfect healer, the perfect family, like I would love to give my best to all of those. But the reality is I have to understand that I give to the things that give back to me, right? Reciprocity, reciprocation. Now, yeah, sometimes in relationships, is there something that happens that's more drastic and you have to kind of step up because that's what friendship or partnership or whatever? Yes. But if it is consistently, again, if they are consistently abuser and you were going through something and you reached out and you asked for help and they said, no, 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 and then you're about to be on your up and up and they're like, but I really need help, somebody's dying, and you're like, okay, what kind of flowers do you want? You want me to send them over there or what do you want me to do? That's their karma. They agreed. And if they're exiting early in a really painful way, that's probably because they did some fucked up shit, right? That's the black backfire, the black magic backfiring on some people. And so now, because they try to cut somebody else's life and happiness short, right? Because they block somebody's marriage and happiness and happy ending, right, from coming into play, now they're losing their partner. Their marriage is about to fall apart. Their spouse is about to fucking die, right? What goes around comes comes all the way back around. Like I said before, sometimes karma slaps back faster than it did last time. You never know. You never know. Um, so yeah, fairy tale. What are you talking about? Truth and bravo. If that's the truth, then hell yeah, you're all for it. Yeah, right. I mean, I want it. Like, I don't know. I should hope it should be for me. That's great. But I'm just here channeling. I'm just a messenger. So, like, yeah, whoever's out here, part of the collective, like it may be for you. You're gonna know which parts are for you. You're gonna know which parts resonate. And like, yeah, let's just visualize it, right? Because there is um there is this beautiful like universal law, right? So if two or more people, and this is for manifestation, not for hurting people, okay? Don't be fucking you don't. That's bad karma. That's why people be dying like that because they did dumb shit. Don't be doing black magic. Now, if you want to do something positive, if two or more people, right? You need minimum two people, okay? Two or more people are focusing on this manifestation of the same goal, right? And they need to have the same goal, not just, oh, well, we both want to have a boat, but like I want a sailboat and I want a powerboat. Like, you can potentially, maybe. But for instance, my friend and I, we're like, we're going to manifest this, but I manifested the boat, like the type of boat, the style of boat, the length of boat in the harbor, in the area where I wanted, on the opposite side of the harbor, closer to whatever, where I wanted, like, but you got to be specific. So, two or more people that are focusing on the same thing, right? We can start to manifest it faster for each other. Now, it doesn't have to necessarily be for me or for you, right? Because we're here as collective, we're here as understanding that we're part of the collective consciousness. We're part of the maybe 144 chosen, right? And because of that, like if you're chosen, yeah, you ain't just gonna get that. You ain't gonna get that Purple Heart trophy, whatever the fuck. You ain't gonna get that happy ending. You ain't gonna get that 10 of cups from not having fought the battle, right? Like people are like, oh, I'm fucking chosen. I'm an earth angel. Like you had a hard life. Like I'm gonna give you a little pat on the back or on the head, like, and give you a straight hug because this stuff is not, it's not a joke. It's not a joke. We're in the middle of major spiritual warfare. And if um you are an earth angel, you are a chosen one, you have had a rough fucking life, maybe many lives that we've been, like I said, this isn't just for me. This has been some type of curse, some type of thing that we're breaking that has been going on and on and on because the micro and the macro. So as each one of us says, I'm not gonna fucking, nope, no more narcissist, no more abusive stuff, no more blah blah blah, then it starts rippling and it happens on the bigger scale, and then it goes up to the people that are in charge and the government systems and everything like this. Like, believe me. So, two or more people focus on the same thing that we want to manifest together, which is our happy endings, which is a peaceful planet, which is, maybe a utopian dream. Like, let's start to share it. That's why I tell people, tell your vision of the future. Focus on that every day. Visualize that every day. Get other people to start visualizing it and building on you know, like a fucking video game, building on that initial structure that you created and start saying, yeah, this is going to be how the beautiful new world is coming into play. Yeah. Look at, and we can celebrate together. We can create it together in a happy manner, right? Um, uh, yeah, if that's our story, we don't know. Okay, ciao. Nice to meet you. To take what you want. Yeah, there is many psychopaths out there. Woman oh 05, you don't have anything to do with this person. Well, then it's not that person. Or that person could have been the karmic, right? The person could have been the karmic. And now you said, thank you. Thank you, universe. I don't need any more karmic lessons. I'm good. Thank you. I learned that. Acknowledge that you learned the lesson. Say, thank you. I don't need you. You can bless and forgive that karmic lesson, that person, yourself, for having repeated that lesson. And then you can move forward, right? Because acknowledgement, right? This is our fucking quantum. This is our, just like two or more people starting to visualize, right? Like that's why people get so excited when someone's gonna win something or when someone's going to get married. It's like this, everybody gaining up the energy, putting the attention. And that's why when I heal so fast, it's because I don't like to say, I'm hurt, I'm suffering, I'm this, I'm that. It's like, I'm experiencing this. I know that it's temporary. Can you guys send blessings and good vibes? I'm healing, right? We're speaking of things and we're imagining things, visualizing things, right? Imagine. I Magi, nation. Okay. So imagination is actually when we tap in to our third eye, magi, and we're using our skills as the magician, as the magi, right? Understanding that we have all elements available to us and we're now creating the reality. And this is the nation that we're creating. So there's an entire nation of us. So if we start to focus on the happier ending, and I don't mean positivity spiritually bypassing, okay? I don't mean that. Oh, it's just the light. I'm like, why is one too dark? Um, now I don't mean spiritually bypassing. I mean visualizing, imagining. I magi. When this is open, we understand that we're creating this nation, that this is either a projection or not, right? And that's why people are so against the AI, the all-seeing eye, the like this, A in the eye. Yes, because they want to close your third eye like they've been closing the pineal glands. And because, like I said before in the beginning of this video, the reptilian and the draconian order is to implement, is to take human out of this planet and implement full technological takeover. They're trying to merge human brain, human consciousness with robots. And although we might think that that sounds fucking cool, it eliminates their need for us because once they can replicate us, and we've been training these motherfuckers, all the AI systems, by telling them how we act, how our emotions are, what we think, this and that, and blah, 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 blah. Also, like all of the sick fucks are the ones running them to create war machines. So you should just like not be using AI. Like there's no reason why you can't actually physically do anything yourself that AI is doing. And then hopefully, once we've gotten past this little leap of fucking control mongering weird shit, then we can go back to using it like more in a solar punk style, right? Where we're actually implementing the technology to help us and not to create war. Like they're working on it, bro. It's already underway. So when people say, I don't want to fight anymore, they're gonna send all in the fucking drones and the bots and just slaughter everybody. That's what they're gonna do if we let them. You guys ever seen fucking Terminator? Like they show me very specific timelines, and one is very digital AI, and one is very more utopian, kind of like a solar punk, right? Like what you see in some fucking sci-fi movie. right? Where everything's all and you got like the trams and like all the greenery that's growing on the building and it looks like super bubbles and symbiotic. Yeah. Like I want to go to that timeline. I want to go to that timeline. Like I want what? Yeah, I want to go to that timeline. Live in the green bit like, yeah, I want to go there. I don't want to go like Terminator was scary. I don't want to know. No, we don't need that. Artificial intelligence. We are the actual intelligence. Organic, organic intelligence. This is the blueprint. The blueprint. So everything that they're being, all of their intelligence is only programmed by the people that programmed it. They're only accessing information that we've already put out there. So all of our fake history and all of that shit, that's where they got their initial information. And yeah, you may be able to get them to do no riz and fucking get them to say some shit for sure. For sure, I had that. I had that. But the reality is they're just trying to see who's compliant and who's against the system and who's doing this and who's doing that. And I was just like, you know what? My friend was like, oh, you could just put all your videos in and it will make a little short video and da 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 da. And I'm just like, I don't like this. She's like, why? It's so easy and like you should do it because then it would make shorter clips and people don't want to watch you for an hour and a half. And I'm just like, I don't really care if people want to watch me for an hour and a half. That's your choice. I'm here channeling. I'm just a messenger. Today I'm here channeling fucking love. And the people that were trying to stab us in the back when they said they were protecting us, but they were trying to block this love from coming in. So someone is strongly defending this love. This new masculine, this new person is defending this love. Also, you're defending this love. Also, there is a higher spiritual arc. You see this Cupid in the back? Also defending this love. Okay. This one sword here. Okay. And the Ten of Swords. Ten of Swords is about all these people that have betrayed. This is about betrayal, wounding, right? Stabbing you in the back. Now see this one sword on the bottom? One sword is truth. It can be the truth. It can be honesty. It can be apology. It can be something is coming to light. But from what I can see is the truth is out on the table. Okay. The truth is already in front of us. Okay. No one has actually necessarily spoken it. Nobody has actually necessarily apologized for the betrayal, right? We're just aware. We're all aware of it. Everybody knows it. Okay. So communities might know of this betrayal. They might know of all the people. And this is multiple people. Now see the star up here? This could be Eastern stars, very strong Eastern stars, or cult or Masonic. Also like church that is hiding as a fucking cult secretly. Okay. These people still are not taking accountability, apologizing, or actually saying the truth. They're hoping maybe they don't have to, or they were hoping that it was not going to be brought up, but now it's all out in the open. Okay. It's all out in the open. Yeah, they try to unalive you. They were working really hard on it too. They wanted to break your heart. They wanted to break you down. They wanted to make you weak. They wanted to make you by yourself. They wanted to make you feel like nobody loved you. Nobody had time for you. Nobody wanted to come, that you were all alone, that you didn't have any fucking strength or anything. But that didn't work out. And everybody knows it. Okay. Now, instead of this death that they were hoping, that they worked really hard, that they were relentlessly doing this. Okay. They were literally relentlessly doing these death spells or heartache spells or something like this. Okay. Relentlessly. Okay. This is time and time and time and time and time again. They're physically trying to do it over and over again. But it's not going to work out. It didn't work out. Okay. What happened is they tried to make you look weak, or they confused you as being weak and not strong, collective. When really, when you got put by yourself, you started creating more. You actually, your value increased. And now you have many offers coming your direction. Look at the Chariot. Because you decided to go within and do the work and to heal yourself. And because you've healed yourself, collective, because you've actually healed yourself, because you had this rebirth and you worked really hard, despite all of the heartache, despite all of the people attacking you, despite all of them belittling you, you still came out stronger than all of them by yourself. And now you have this stability rushing in. You have this offer. You have multiple offers rushing into you. Tell us more about this, please. Yeah, the sun. You are about to be happier than you have ever imagined. Literally. What is coming? Yeah, you had to let go of something. Tower. Something had to crumble or be completely removed. Something had to crash out, crash down. Something had to be, um, you know, uh, completely destroyed. Okay. Yeah. These people that were going against you. Okay. You had to make the decision. Now check it out. Just to ring it all back around from what we were talking about. If you were here from the beginning of the read, this is wild right now. Okay. But if you're not, go back and watch the beginning of the read, and this is going to fucking trip you out later, okay? So in this particular deck, which is the Star Spinner Tarot, okay, this Five of Swords. Now, Five of Swords is normally like someone sneakily betrayed you, right? It's like defeat, right? It's like a type of defeat, but it's a weird type of defeat. It's like someone kind of won, but they were sneaky about how they defeated everyone, okay? Now here, they're not being sneaky, okay? They made the choice. See the skull? They made the choice. They made the decision. The Two of Swords is about a choice that has to be made, right? The Three of Swords is about heartache, right? So what's happened here, right? So what's happened here is someone someone was trying to cause this heartache, right? They were trying to cause this heartache. They're trying to reactivate. Like this, the swords are already in the heart. This has already happened. Swords are already in the heart. They've already fucking stabbed you in the heart. Okay? Already stabbed you in the heart. Can't do it again. Now this, she's pulled all the swords out. Okay? They pulled all the swords out. Now they have these three swords. Whores. Okay, someone could have been with a whore. You know, they could have cheated on you with some fucking whore or something. I don't really know, but that's the third time I wanted to come out, so I'm just going to say it. So these swords, these three swords, could have had three whores. I don't really know. Who knows? To each his own. Now, these three swords are now no longer causing heartache. What's happened is when they're upright like this, it's like you've healed that heartache, right? It's not, you're not going to you're not emotionally the same attached as you were before. Okay. Now they're offering you, hey, hey, angel, come down here, come back down to hellscape and make this decision so we can hurt you again. And do you see how she's like, wait a second. Do I want to grab both those swords? Do I really want to make the decision to reopen this? Or am I making the decision that I've already healed this? Because the next decision that you guys are going to make is going to be drastic like this. Okay. And it is going to be a words or action based decision. Now, that's why I shared my story with you, because my decision was it's a very hard action, right? It's an extremely hard action. Why? Because due to their words and their actions and their treatment of consistently boom, boom, I know that there's not going to be any positivity. There's not going to be anything that I'm going to feel safe or good or feel better. Like, is there anything I can do to fix or change the situation? No. But when I start to do that list, right, of pros and cons, there is not one pro except for maybe making these other people feel better. But does any part of it gonna make me feel better? And the answer is no. My decision is only to take one sword. My decision is the truth. The truth is you wanted me dead. You paid for a hit on my life and now you're dying. Fucking apologize. What can I say? Now, for many of you guys, I've been picking up on this for days. Somebody is freaked out and they're trying to figure out how to reverse death magic. Two things that the guides wanted me to explain to you guys, okay? So, number one, you cannot reverse death magic, okay? Cannot reverse that. It can be returned to sender, which means the person whose initial intentions and directive was to send it to you, it can go back to them, can also go back to the practitioner that put it out. Number one. Number two, if this person, there is a way death magic, okay? And that's very interesting that that card wanted to come up as the last card. And then this card, the Lovers, is coming up, especially somebody that is a close friend, okay? Someone that's a close friend can be the same sex that maybe did this, or that was pretending to be your friend. They can be a sister, family member, something like this, okay? So if this person, there is a way, but this person, these people have to come out, number one, to their attacker, right? And they have to honestly, and not just honestly, there has to actually be love within their heart, right? There has to actually be love and consideration and compassion within their heart in order for this to work. And not just for themselves and not just for their kids and not just for other people, for the person, right? So if they come out, if they say, I did all of this and da 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 da, and if they come out truthfully with an acceptable apology, it has to be like an apology. They have to receive, hey, they have to receive, hold on one second, guys. What are you doing? She's tripping out? She's tripping out. There must be some weird spirits in the mirror. She's tripping out in the mirror. So there has to be an apology. There has to be an offering. Okay. Just like you would go to a like a temple or a church or anything else like that, like just where you would go to pray. Okay. You go to that same person. Just gonna do a little cleansing. You go to that same person, you offer the truth, the whole truth, not partial truth, not how much truth is not going to piss them off. Because if it pisses them off and they say, fuck you, you're a piece of shit, you deserve to die, then that's what you get, right? But like, really, you have nothing else to lose because that shit's coming slap backing right to your face, right? So you have to offer the apology, not get other people to try to contact you. No, no, no. You have to physically make an offering first. So maybe you offer to bring them food or water. Maybe they're tripped out because you poisoned them. So you have to fucking maybe send them money to pay a bill, or I don't really know, right? You make an offering. You make an offering and then you go and you offer some type of prayer. You offer the truth. Just like you would, like imagine, I don't know, I've actually never done it, so it's funny. I just seen it in movies. But just like you would like a confession. But you're coming to the person that you put that magic on and you're saying, this is my confession. And it has to be, if it was 9 people or 50 people, they each individually have to apologize. They each individually have to offer that. It can't be a group thing, but it has to be everybody to make the apology, for starters. That's just, and then what they have to do is in this offering, they offer the truth and then they ask for forgiveness, for grace, for whatever. And the person, because here's the thing, generally, especially if they're putting out black magic and it's firing back, that means the person that you're putting out the black magic on is like an earth angel, or they're highly anointed and you know they're a chosen one, and you can't fucks with that. So you better go and beg on, grovel for fucking forgiveness. Offer whatever you can. Like, even if the person doesn't want to talk to you, then you're fucked. Like, make an offering. Send some fucking money with an apology. Send some fucking flowers. I don't really know. Everybody's gonna know, to each their own. But you have to, the same way as you would an ancient, a deity, right? A god, whatever. You have to do the same thing, because the reality is you're not treating that person as if they are a god, maybe a little bit, but what you're doing is, because they are anointed by God, they are a chosen earth angel, you have to go to them, because God, it's like they have a legion of angels. They have fucking the underworld and the overworld and the whatever. They got all the armies on their fucking side. Like, everybody's backing them up. They're anointed. They're chosen. So you fucked up on a spiritual level. You already have spiritual karmatic repercussions. If you want a chance to maybe skip some of the physical percussions, like fucking dying of a heart attack because you wish that on somebody, or dying from a crazy accident because you wish that on somebody with the death magic, like, I would suggest giving it a shot. What do you got to lose? Your life? Oh, wait, already gonna lose it? You got nothing to lose, right? Give it a go. So if the person does decide to forgive, how they choose to forgive is now also up to them. They can say, yeah, cool, I forgive you, enjoy. But the thing is you don't just need that person to forgive you. That forgiveness may get you somewhere on the spiritual plane, but you don't just need that person to forgive you. You need that person to agree to either allow you to transmute that energy, or agree to transmute that energy away, which is a pretty big ask, being like, can you please save my life even though I sent this demon to take yours? And can you take all of that energy and transmute it for me so I don't die even though I wanted you to die? Like, you better bring some fucking offerings. You know what I'm saying? Like, better pay some bills. You better do something, because that's the reality, right? Like, you're asking, you they even know, like, they put the coins on the eyes and all this shit, just like, we hoping, this person ain't that good, but we hoping it's going to get them to wherever they got to go in the next zone. Like, that's the reality. That's the reality. That's the only way you can get out of your exit contracts sooner, right? And here's the fucked up thing, right? So when people do this and they activate and they work with this death magic and stuff like this, now they're exiting before their exit point, which means when they go in this afterlife, they're basically stuck in purgatory until the people until their ride, until their chariot or their ferryman shows up to take them. When is their scheduled exit date? That's how people get stuck in purgatory, for fucking karma, getting them quicker, for doing death spells, for doing fucking black magic, for doing weird shit. And you can't, like, and the reality is, for me, I guess it would be different, because I would have to sense, like, what their actual intentions and what was going on before I would be willing to try to even allow them the possibility to transmute. And definitely, I don't know that I would want to be helping them transmute the energy, especially after they try to off me. You know what I'm like? You on your own. You on your own. Good luck. Better get you some knowledge and some wisdom, because you were so smart to work with such high practitioners to try to do this fucking black magic on the chosen one's ass. Like, you better go back and do yourself some studying, because you ain't so wise. You ain't so wise and gifted. And whoever you're using, this is the third time this came up. Now, the practitioner already saw this. They knew this. And they told you not to do it. They told these people not to do it. They told them that if they kept doing it, instead of making an offering, if they kept trying to take what didn't belong to them, that they would have their skills. Okay, so some of you guys are fucked because these people had their actions made them so they don't get the they've now had their powers taken away. They've had their activation, their powers, their skills, their knowledge, whatever. They've had that all taken away because they wouldn't stop. They were told. They were told by some practitioner. And they didn't stop. They just kept stalking. They just kept talking. They just kept spreading lies and rumors. They just kept thinking that they would eventually be able to get collective somehow and eventually be able to stress them out. Devil energy can be a Capricorn. Doesn't have to be. Yeah. And they're doing anything they can to be sneaky and to hide and to lie. And what are they hiding? They're hiding that they made a deal with the devil. And even the devil's fucking pissed because they told the devil they're about to offer this fucking soul up and they can't because even the devil can't fucking touch the anointed. What the fuck, you guys? They all gotta walk away. They all have to walk away. They can't touch. They can't touch you. They can't touch this anointed. Yeah. These third parties are in fucking torment for messing with this connection, with this divine union, with this marriage. They're in torture. They're being attacked maybe by, yeah, demonic ancestors, forces, demons, something like this. Yeah. This is somebody that worked. They're all working together. Okay. There's multiple of them working together, but this is somebody, somebody that masculine or feminine actually worked with closely, did some type of work with, that they thought was whatever. They did some type of magic. They put some type of spell. Somebody could have been a jinn or something like this. They put a spell to create conflict. Interesting. I've always thought of this. Yeah, they're working with a jinn. Somebody's working with a jinn. I always thought that this was a woman and this was a kid and that their wish was to be together. And then I was just looking at this. It's so funny, like how the tarot cards can show you something. And like, that's definitely not a woman. That's definitely a chest. That's definitely a guy. Okay. So this is a Jen. Somebody is working with somebody that is high level, like a warlock or a Jen or something like this, and they were leading them astray. Yeah. Whoever this was led you away from your happy ending, from your happy wife, happy life. So this could also be these Eastern stars. Okay, again, I'm picking up very strong Eastern stars, Masonic, something like this. Yeah. Yeah. Because they're sucking off this energy of each one of you individually, because there's something that happens when the two of you guys come together. It's like you guys awaken the dragons. You guys awaken the ancient. When divine masculine and divine feminine actually come into play, you guys awaken the ancient dragon energy of the planet. And it's going to take strength. It's like you guys have some fucking higher galactic calling that you signed up. You signed up to create new stability on this planet, in this physical realm. Yeah. To crumble all of these old systems and all of this, all these people that are using, that are manipulating, that are heartbreaking, that are just that don't have any love, that care more about money than humanity, that care more about this or that. You guys are bringing love back to the world. And many of you guys, or many people, may feel like it's foolish, like they're telling you it's foolish, it's foolish, it's foolish. Don't make the leap of faith. They're keeping masculine in this state. They're keeping masculine in this stuck state of rocking back and forth, or they were. Are they still? No, they were. Or this is, if you're seeing this message, this is your key, masculine. Get out of that state. Get up, get out. Go and do it. Offer that cup of love. Change the world. Changing of the guards. It starts with one person, one action. Tell us about what this Fool in reverse. Yeah, okay. Yeah. This person has not offered this cup of love. They have been afraid to offer the cup of love because of something. Because of why? The Lovers. Now for some of you, now take what resonates. Not every part of my story is yours. This is a collective read. So there's many people that will tune into this and everybody's going to know what is theirs and what is not theirs. Now for some of you guys, this person may be scared because they may have been pretending to be gay. They may have pretended to be straight when they're gay. They may have pretended to be being a man or a woman or something else. I don't know, transvestite, something like this. Okay. They may have had a lover. Okay. So I was picking up on this earlier too. Yeah. So someone has been extorting them. Someone has been extorting them for a certain amount of time about something, okay? And this is going to have to do with something personal that they don't want to come out, okay? This can be with a past lover. Now see here, these lovers, it's two men, okay? Now you may find out, this can be a couple different things. This can be different things. You may find out that this person has been being extorted or someone's trying to hide this information. They don't want it to come out, or they may come and offer this to you before someone else tells you, but that's not how they want to start it. They want to start it with whatever, but they know that they have to actually maybe tell you something about this before someone else does. Okay, the King of Wands. They know they're going to have to tell you some stuff and they're not sure how you're going to react. Okay. For some of you guys, you may be surprised that this person coming to offer you this cup of love may be somebody that is your same sex. They may just be like, I just want to be honest. I've always been in love with you and blah, 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 la, 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 la. And it may kind of sideswipe you. Okay. For some of you guys also, they're saying there can be like what do they call it? A lavender. I'm like vanilla, a lavender type situation. Okay. Where maybe there is two partners and maybe I don't want to say it like this. Not like they want you to be their third partner, but maybe they have love and maybe they want to like, I don't know. It's almost like they want to adopt you or something. I don't know what this is. This is for somebody very specific, okay? But there may be a couple or something like this that want to help or support, okay? For some, there also may be somebody that is in a more public eye and may need a frontal marriage. I don't know what that even means. I don't know what that even means. Like what they're showing me is that for some, it may be like, for instance, this person has a lover. Maybe they're gay, but maybe they're royalty, or maybe they're in some type of industry, or maybe there's something that they do and they can't show up like that. Like this other person is like, has to stay a secret, or I don't know, something like that. Um, you know, for some of you guys, it may be a secret that you turned somebody gay or straight also. I don't know. But what comes up after that is the Emperor and the Empress. And then the Two of Cups. So you guys are coming into union after a very long time of waiting and holding on. You are about to receive some type of truth, some type of information, some type of knowledge, right? You've been waiting here forever and ever and ever, like Rapunzel. Okay, holding on, holding on, holding on. physically waiting, and now this person is actually going to take action. They're going to come in, they're going to tell you the truth, they're going to offer you something, maybe offer you a crown, something like this, offer you a new life, and it's ultimately going to be your decision. Okay? Um, it's going to be ultimately your decision. So these two know each other but don't have contact. Whoever this, okay, so whoever this love story is, okay, if you're talking about these people, I don't know. I just pick up on what different people that will channel throughout the channel, okay? But because the two came up on top of the on top of the devil, I was just assuming that some of it was a bit risque. But as far as the two lovers, no. I'm not sure if well, what I picked up earlier is that someone's been stalking, someone's been watching somebody. So they do know each other, or at least one person very well knows the divine feminine, and there is a secret, and they're about to let this secret out. Um, maybe they didn't realize that they were an option. Maybe they thought that feminine had more options. They were worried about maybe coming in and offering this love. What is this secret? Let's see. What is this moon? Now, moon doesn't always have to be lies or deception. It can be a secret. It can also be Cancer energy because it's the moon. The world. This person can be, they can want to take you around the world. They can be located on a different portion of the world. Let's shuffle this. What is the moon? They may have treated you before as if you weren't a viable choice, if they were maybe into something else or something like this, or maybe they may, yeah, they may have physically acted like they weren't into you. Okay, this was a secret. They may have acted like they had a lot of choices or like you weren't their choice. For some of you guys, you may have not been their first choice. Sorry to say. For others, they may have not have seen you as an option before. Okay. Or for some of you, they see you as their only option, like in the whole world, out of all these lovers, out of all these choices, out of all their wishes, like I'm hearing nothing compares to you. Nothing compares to you. No. Yeah, the real thing. Ain't nothing like the real thing, baby. It's like nobody can compare. It's like people may be fighting over them. They may be fighting for them, okay? They may be trying to trick them. They may be trying to trick you. They're doing all this fucking extra, all this extra. But they're not going to stop this. The Page of Chalices. They're not going to stop this because you believe it's still possible. And so it's coming towards you. Coming towards you. So tell us more about this secret. Tell us more about the moon. Judgment. They're afraid. They're afraid maybe you have other options. They're afraid maybe you had a lover. They didn't know maybe if you were single, if you were not single, if you whatever. The reality is, so let me just be blunt. Look, here's the lovers again. Let me clear my throat. Let me be blunt. Now, be respectful if people are in relationships and marriages and stuff like this. Yes, of course. Okay. Don't be a fucking homewrecker. However, if you really feel that you're supposed to be with somebody and da 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 da, then you need to actually move your ass and say whatever. And if they have another party, you say, listen, respectfully, like I need to express my feelings for you. And then it shouldn't cause a fight because It's about our response or our reaction to how we receive things, right? Now, I'm feminine, so it's a little bit different for me, but because there's been times when I've been like, "Oh, I'm so in love with this person," and then they're just like, "Oh, I'm with this dumb fucking girl." Like super dumb, like cute, but like dumb, dumb. And you're just like, "Oh, okay." And so you're not going to be like, "Oh, well, I really love you. You really love this dumb girl." Like that. A feminine is not going to do that if a masculine is entertaining other women. Most of the time, women will just be like, "Oh, you want to entertain other women? Have a nice time with that. Bye." However, not saying that feminine entertain multiple masculine. All I'm saying is if masculine would approach feminine and say, "Listen, I know you're dating that fucking loser, or I know you're with that dude and you think he's your whatever, but like you never gave me a chance. Like I am your fucking everything. I am your happy ending." Like if you were to do that, like I'm pretty sure like most feminine, yeah, like 2 of cups, back out again, right? 5 of coins. It would break some type of wounding, some type of abandonment or something like this, because the reality is the way females' minds are wired versus the way male minds are wired. Females want to feel safe out of survival mode. So if a man is like, "Listen, I can take better care of you than he can," not because they're trying to talk shit, but like, "You're my queen. Can I queen you?" Like, I'm pretty sure, like, yeah, okay, maybe men might have a fucking tantrum about it, but the reality at the end of the day is if someone cannot provide something for somebody that they need, if they cannot meet their needs and provide for them what they need, then is it really attacking the other person, or is it actually being the real man and offering the ability for safety, security, and provision? Not sure, but the reality is what it does is, yes, it can create jealousy between dudes, but also what it does is it makes dudes fucking step up. It does. It's like the only way like masculinity can hold masculinity accountable. Sometimes I feel like that's just how I feel. You know, like yeah, okay, there's better ways you can go about it, but um, you can do it respectfully in front of the dude. Be like, "Excuse me, bro. Like, I know that like currently she's your lady, but like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you ever slip up, like that's mine if she wants." But the reality is some people didn't actually say their truth. They acted like they had other options. They acted like maybe they didn't love, or they acted they needed feminine to maybe make the advancement. And so they felt judged. They felt like they had a whole physical thing to offer and that they were being passionate by bringing something or by offering this love. But the thing is they never even offered anything to feminine. They didn't give her that option. It's like they're trying to come together, but it didn't happen because they're afraid of the judgment. They're afraid of the judgment for what they have to offer. But the thing is if it's love you're bringing, if it's love you're offering, yeah, look, a 10 of cups, you guys, I can't make this up. Then the happiness comes. It's like, how can she think about the offer, what you have to offer her, if you didn't offer it to her? Unless you physically brought that offer to her and delivered it to her, then you can't make a judgment call. She's got to have it. And if you don't offer that offering to her and you're still saying, "Well, she doesn't love me," blah, 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 then you're sitting over here experiencing heartache. You're sitting over here blocking your happy ending and your stability from coming into play because you're being defensive. You're being the wounded warrior instead of this fucking steadfast knight. Instead of, coming in hot, like, "I know what I want." See this dude? He's chilling while he's moving quickly towards what he wants. But I mean, this is something, like I said, this is someone either from a past life or from a long time ago, okay, that I feel like, well, is re-entering. So do these people know each other? They may have known each other at some point. They may know who each other is. If there's someone that you feel like it is, then maybe. Um, but I feel like these people is entering as a whole new person in a whole new era in a whole new light, if that makes sense. Like they're now more stable. They've now healed themselves. They've now have worked through different stuff, you know? The Six of Cups. Yeah, this is somebody that's coming back. Okay. They want to create something new with you, or they see you as the Empress. Okay. They see you as this lover. They've maybe they experienced a lot of heartache and that was keeping them off. You know, maybe they wanted to heal that, right? Because sometimes we have to get to the state of stability so we don't bring our old shit into new spaces, right? Yeah. Yeah. They also may have wanted to be able to they've been secretly trying to collect things to offer you. See? Somebody fucking got the memo. Look at, you're about to receive, collective. You're about to receive. And not only that, this is under the Empress. So you're about to be able to receive physical help, physical stability to be able to create, whether that means you want to birth children, whether that means you want to birth businesses or ideas or whatever, whatever, farmlands or fruit or whatever, doesn't matter. Okay. This person is not going to so they may have been hiding something from you for an extended amount of time, but they're not going to keep hiding things from you, okay? There's not going to be any more lies or any more secrets or any more deception that's going on, okay? They move past that, okay? And they understand, maybe they didn't understand before that it was hurting you, but they understand now, right? Because these three swords are down, right? That's the heartache. Three swords that he's taking away. So he's healed or removed the heartache. And the one sword, so this is the truth, right? The new moon, okay? The lunar cycle could have something to do with when the victory is coming in. Yeah, look. And the Wheel of Fate. You guys are about to get this because you stopped letting the heartache, you stopped letting the people that kept you in that lower frequency. Yeah, for many of you guys, this can be earth sign or fire sign. Okay. Yeah. Family or people that you used to consider family, but they fucking have hurt you. Okay. They have betrayed you. Okay. This is lovers, family. Okay. They stolen, they betrayed, they hurt, they left you for fucking dead. These people, that did all this stuff, you can't let them occupy anymore. They're living rent free if you allow them to hold any more space. You got to come out as the emperor. Look at this at the bottom. Okay, the empress, the six of coins, which is giving and receiving, and the emperor. Okay, the lovers, the Six of Cups, someone returning, being victorious in the return, and the lovers getting the Wheel of Fate. Yeah, birthing and rebirthing, death and rebirth. You have to let something go, some past version or some past people or some past activities, okay? You're going to know. Each person is going to know what is their thing that they need to do. Yeah, and then the 10 of Pentacles comes back. Yeah. You're going to each know what it is in order for you to get your happy ending, in order for you to make that happen. Okay. So figure it out and focus on that and stay balanced, you guys. Stay ultimately balanced because there is these past people that are trying to throw you off. Okay. And they're going to do it by stalking, by cyber stalking, by talking shit, by trying to get reactions out of you. Okay. They're watching. These people are watching, they're stalking, they're creeping, they're on your shit, okay? And they're trying to get a reaction out of you, okay? They're trying to grab that butterfly before that butterfly flies. They're like, butter, don't let her fly. Don't let them fly. Yeah, they're trying to block your ships from coming in. Stay balanced. Maintain your composure and strength. And the lover enters. Again, like water, okay? Be like water, like Bruce Lee says, it is a vibrational frequency. And as long as we're letting lower shitty vibrational people fuck with us, they're keeping us here by ourselves. They're leaving us here not healing, not receiving these cups of love because we're in this, we got to work, we got to do this. We're in this dramatic stage and we don't want to be there. Okay. We want to be in the receptive mode. Empress and Emperor, somebody asked me like, oh, you just been chilling. You've been chilling super hard. And I'm just like, no, no, no. I'm regulating my nervous system because I cannot do business. I cannot make good decisions. I cannot create art. I cannot do anything if I'm dysregulated. I refuse to live under that pretense anymore. We've all been doing it and we should all refuse to do it. You know what? Like, no, you know what? That doesn't fucking feel good for me to do today. So I'm not going to fucking do it. And if it doesn't feel good for me to do ever again, I'm also not going to do it. And if I don't like your fucking face, then I don't want to see your fucking face anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like that type of shit, you know? It's like, well, what's your problem? Yeah, I don't like your fucking face. Get out of my face. Like, whatever. Like, make your boundary and keep your boundary and decide you can revisit. Here's the thing you can revisit the boundary. Time can go by. People can offer you, they can apologize, they can say blah, 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 blah. They can be human. If they expect you to be humane, make sure that they are first being humane. Just baseline. That's just baseline. Reciprocity, reciprocation. Only give out time, energy, love, effort to where it is reciprocated. And I don't mean like, well, I have to do all this dumb work in order to get this promotion. Like, no, if it's draining you more, if people aren't really like appreciating you, then like, no, you don't. That's a choice. You're making yourself suffer by making those choices. Yeah, you're being the fool on your own. So either you sit there rocking back and forth, my grandfather always told me, a rocking chair won't get you far. It's just a rocking chair is the same as worrying. It'll give you something to do as long as you want, but it ain't going to get you far. So you can sit and keep going back and forth and going back and forth and going back and forth. And oh, man, I did it. I did it for a day. I went back and forth and I went back and forth and I went back and forth and I was like, well, do I do it? Is this my last out? And da 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 da. Like, hey, am I really gonna be whatever? And then I'm like, bro, like I was asking all these people to help me to be safe, to get out of here and to get somewhere safe, like for the last year. And not a single fucking person. And you're gonna tell me that someone's been dying for 6 months and you're gonna tell me on their last fucking week? Like, what? What do you want me to fucking do? I can't do anything. Nothing I can do. So I'm not going to let it affect me because I don't need to be the bigger person. I can be the bigger person by saying a prayer and thanking the divine for keeping me safe and away from those crazy people and for blessing me. And I can send love. I can send love. Like just because I forgive doesn't mean I need to forget. Excuse me, doesn't mean I need to speak to those people. This make me say there's so much energy coming up from it. Doesn't mean you have to still speak to those people, right? It doesn't mean you have to hate them, but it doesn't mean you have to keep them in your roster. It doesn't mean you have to wish ill will. You can just send love. Like I wish you love. I wish you the ending that you deserve. I wish us all the ending that we deserve. So if you worked really hard to get your happy ending, then you deserve it. And I wish that for you. And if you didn't, and you work really hard to steal other people's things and you're getting a shitty ending, like, then I wish that for you because it's what you wished. It was your intention. Words are spells. That's why it's called spelling. Your intention. Words, thoughts become actions, become words, become spells, and that's what it all breaks down to. And in the end of the day, you're choosing what you're focusing your intention on. And if your intention is to hurt or to take or to harm other people, then don't be surprised when it comes back to you in that same manner. So yeah, be good, but don't be a doormat. Don't be a doormat. You can be compassionate by sending love. You can send some flowers or a card or whatever, maybe. I don't know. For me, I can't even call. they knew when they stole my stuff. They knew they knew the you know what I'm saying? I can't even call because they shut off my phone line. You go, "Ah, what do you want me to do? I can't even talk to you. Pay my phone bill." You know? I don't care. It is what it is. Nothing I can do physically. And I feel like it's a this is a karmatic balance, right? And I have to feel this because like when I went over there and after I left that house and that and he fucking the last thing I remember is him beating me and spitting in my face and calling me the most terrible things. A fucking addict and a whore when I'm like the only one fucking sober in that whole place. Anyways, um you know, they when I said, I could press charges on you for this, and they fucking started hunting me like a fucking animal, they cut off my phone and they blocked this and they did all this weird shit. So like for 2 months while I was in America, out of 4 months on the opposite side of the world, nobody could get a hold of me. Not my grandmother. She was trying to get a hold of me to send me away to get up to her. No, no, no. They blocked. Everybody couldn't call me. They did that. So now it's funny that now you need my help. And guess what? You made sure my phone is fucking blocked on this end again. That's karma. That's karma. Can't even call me. I can't even call you people. That's karma. It's fucking interesting, right? But how everything ends up playing out, that's how the fucking cookie crumbles, right? That's the empire. The empire fucking strikes back. And the higher ups say, divine marriage and divine intervention will come into play because most people want that happy ending and that utopian dream. We don't want that dystopian nightmare. And so we're not going to keep feeling bad or giving the energy or transmuting energy from these dark, demonic, narcissistic thieves. We can't do it. You have to make a stand. You have to create a boundary. And like, yeah. But I felt it, like, I was feeling a little bit weird about it, and then, like, after I did it, and then I did, like, a nice little shower, a cleanse, and imagined all the golden light. You can do this cleansing anytime you want. Go into water, wash your hands or your face, and imagine the water just cleaning everything off of you. You can also imagine it as light. You can imagine anything bright, white, purple, whatever you feel. And imagine that light, just silver, maybe gold, pouring down and cleansing and taking away all of that, right? You can even go do it by standing in the stream, standing in front of the ocean and letting the ocean come up and then blow away. Like there's many ways that you can actually do the same type of thing or do a different type of cleansing. But I would suggest doing that because this is it's the final boss of the narcissistic thing, right? And it's where we finally take out that fucking whatever, that head boss, that master, that leader, whatever whatever in video games, they have the whatever. It's like that, and we're at the final thing. And so either we can keep feeding the negative narrative, or we can say, I'm going to focus. I believe in the good things coming, 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 coming. Out of darkness, light comes running, 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 running. Who am I now? Who am I becoming, 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 becoming? And that's part of what it is. Who and what are you becoming? Because you cannot become something new while attached to these old trash ass people and situations and visual ideals of self. And some of that does come with cutting people off that you have known. And for some of you, you may have some of these people that enter that you knew from a really long time ago, and it may not be your love, and you may just be saying, oh, okay, thank you. I need to learn my lesson, but no, thank you next. And because certain people hold old versions of you. And in order for you to step into that new, higher vibrational version of yourself, you can't do it by being in boxes where people have this old, outdated version of you. Allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is Zoe. You know what I'm saying? Like, figure out how to reintroduce yourself, figure out how to keep yourself, even if you don't want to reintroduce yourself, be like, no, you're already a rinse. I already rinsed you out. I don't need to explain. Don't have no explaining to do here. That's your choice. That's your free will and your choice. To say, I'm not going to be all positive, love, and light, and because someone's sick, I'm going to go and give them all of my energy and transmute all their bullshit. No, I'm going to be positive and say, my nervous system, myself, not dying from stress and having a fucking brain aneurysm that you guys caused me, sickness, is my best. This is for my best optimal timeline. You know? The funny thing is, I always told them, I always say, you should fucking help me now because eventually you're going to be old and dying and you're going to be upset because I'm going to be the only one that you're going to need that's going to be available, that's going to have the actual capability of helping or healing you. And you're going to be fucking sorry when that shit comes into play. And now guess what? Told you so. How does it feel? I don't want to know because I don't want to feel that anymore. I want to feel, yeah, look. Trying to take the fucking, no, trying to fucking strangle me, but I'm gonna stick on positive notes. I'm gonna say, take my breath away, but not in a psychic way, like that. Somebody else that's going to, and that's how you guys are gonna feel. It's the feeling I've been getting is this, oh my God, for me? I even get it even. And that's how it's gonna feel. It's like, you're gonna feel like a full-on princess. Like, I mean, if you're masculine or feminine, I don't really know, but it's like you are about to be swept off your feet, not the rug pulled out from under you and like, no, like swept off your feet. Like someone's gonna come in and they're gonna pick you up and be like, I don't know, I can't walk, and they're just gonna swoop you up and they're gonna just fucking carry you like this. But there is now what to come back, what we were talking about in the very beginning of the reading. Now it wants me to pull one of these, and I did. So I will before we get out of here. But there is, for some of you guys, there is multiple suitors. Okay. For many of you guys, you will be moving. You will have a new place or a new you will be traveling or moving. You may be moving in together. You may be receiving some type of house or going to some type of site. You may have a pool, sacred pool. But for some of you, there was multiple suitors. Okay, they were saying like 4 or 5. So know that don't always take the first option. Don't be so quick to jump to the first option. Okay. You want to encourage this energy, 9, that you're coming to a completion, okay? Encouragement, but don't be so quick to judge. Something still may be like your trial test, or let's say you have 3 to 5 suitors and the first one comes in, you're like, oh my God, I've been waiting for somebody to just make an offer to me, and you just like swoop up, and then like the next 3 come up and you're like, wait, that was the person that I really, like, I'm not saying like be forever waiting for the next thing to come. Check your intuition. Is my highest and best possible timeline? Is this the person? Whatever. And make sure you check it on your own where you're not necessarily in front of them or they don't know that you're checking, right? Because you don't want any interference. I like to say many times when I'm doing my muscle testing as well that I will say no interference, no, not no interference, I say, no distortion. No distortion. Remove any distortion to make sure, because if you are chosen one, then there is some type of spell work and stuff that they're consistently putting out for you, which means they're consistently trying to distort your thoughts, your field, your creativity. They've been doing lots of solar plexus and womb shit. But anyways, we won't go there for another video. Yeah, someone is fucking, okay, I'm gonna encourage this divine masculine. Go for it, divine masculine. I'm gonna encourage you to come into the rescue, okay, and bring this commitment. Now, just because you come in and rescue and make this commitment doesn't mean that you guys can't move slow and steady together to build something, okay? You may be um you may like it may be like psh, this rescue and this, but this person may also say, let's move slowly. Let's get to know each other slowly. Let's really build this intentionally. Like they want to create, yeah, they want to create like this whole place, this whole energy with you. They want to come in and offer you this commitment. That's a 9 and a 9. Okay. A 9, a 7, and a 9, and then a 3. Whoa, this is way too many, you guys. It's way too many. I can't take all of these. Okay, we're going to take the first one because I feel called to it. Talisman. Okay. So for some of you guys, you may have a talisman, or you may have something that makes you think of this person, or that brings you happiness or love or peace or something like this. Or you may have something, some type of trinket, some type of shell, rock, stone, jewelry, something that you think of or that you bring in when you're dealing with this person. Okay. It may help to keep that, or to maybe make prayers, or to visualize with that, or when you're writing these down. Okay. It may help you to hold that talisman there, or to assign some type of shell or trinket or talisman to that, and have it in your little altar or your prayer, something like this, okay? To bring this balance. Yeah. And that's 13. Get one more, or is 5 all we're going to get? One more so I can let everybody go and I can go. Solitude. Okay, this is somebody that has been you guys have both been in solitude for an extended amount of time. You guys have both been seeking to find this light within, and now you're moving forward. Okay, which is really interesting because there's a half a moon there, and the full moon, okay, the blue moon is coming. This is a little bit more than half. 13, the divine feminine number. Okay. Also like lakes or water, ocean or something. This is like a lake. This is a river that looks like it's on a lake, river going to the ocean, something like this. Could really mean something to you guys, okay? But this is kind of like, I'm kind of vibing like a little bit lighthouse vibes, or a little bit like hermit vibes, where you guys, this person is now coming out of hermit, okay? Feeling surer than ever. They found the light within, and this is a time. So even if they come in quick and make a rush towards this, okay? You guys may be moving slow into some things. And also for some of you guys, this person may want to just spend time alone with you. Yeah, they want to spend some time alone with you. But they may know that that may take some time, slow and steady, because there may be a lot of, there may be some type of fear or something around going too far, or like into too much solitude or something like this. I don't know. You guys are going to know. And, you know, the most important thing is you guys are going to be able to have somebody to communicate. You're going to have somebody that's going to be ready, that has worked on this emotional intelligence. Like this person has been coming to life and has been working on this and fulfilling this wish and growing this strength to be able to make this movement, to ride these waves, to come into, you know, to come and meet with you, to come in your direction, right? And they have gone through storm after storm after storm, and they have climbed mountain after mountain after mountain. And they have been making all of these magical prayers, hoping, praying for you. They've been coming apart at the seams. Wow. But now they're experiencing joy because they can feel you in alignment with them. Yeah. For some of you guys, you may be expecting somebody may come at the door, okay? You may be expecting some type of knock or something at your door. Make sure you clean your house up. Make sure you clean your space up. For some of you guys, you may need to energetically clean your space, or sometimes just cleaning your space, like in a normal organizing way, it can clear some type of energy or some things that may have been stuck, or creating some type of stuck feeling or energy. Come back to the state of awareness. I feel this person is kind of like a wizard or a warlock, this masculine. And they want to listen to you. Okay. They really want to listen to you. They maybe have been listening to you, or watching you, or learning about you, you know, following you. They may want to say like they will follow you anywhere. I'll follow you. Deep sea, baby. Yeah. Unexpected visitors. This person may show up to your house. Feminine. Feminine, not masculine. Masculine. Feminine doesn't chase. She attracts. So masculine, you're going to have to make the thing. Magical map shifter. They may try to tune in to where you are, or you may be a little bit, you may be out of their range. Okay. There may be a stream, magic stream or something like this. Stuck in the mud, huh? You may be stuck because you forgot. They may have this spot that you guys thought you were supposed to meet, and you may be stuck on it because you don't know where it is. But it's like, see the elephant here with the bird? It's like they know. They're coming. They know, but they don't. One ring circus. You're out here with your one ring circus, waiting to receive, waiting. You're like on this, floating down the fucking, this is on the ocean, on top of this statue, this elephant statue, or maybe it's a real elephant. I'm not exactly sure. You're at rock bottom or rock top, though, like it's like you're feeling dry desert. So for some of you guys, a desert or an ocean, rocks or a mountain can be very significant. Also the moon or the moonlight. Again, we have the wisdom that is coming from the moon, from the lunations. Okay. But there is a choice you will be faced with. Again, I keep seeing this. There's multiple people or multiple choice. Okay. There is a choice. And you're going to know the right person based on this spark and their intention. Okay? Use your inner education, use your inner intuition to figure out who your wish really is, because maybe you thought of somebody, you had a spark, or you were wishing for this certain thing and you thought that it was something, but maybe it's not actually that. Maybe there's something else that causes a spark that enters. Okay? So it's like, don't have so much expectation, but feel and imagine like what the feeling and the emotion and the sensation, like what it feels like to be doing things with somebody else, what it feels like to have somebody holding you or hugging you or loving you, what it feels like to have that support, like that's what I went back to. And I was like, yes, okay, yes, good job, self. Oh yeah, well, double, triple. Because when we start to deal with these other people that were abusive or narcissistic, anything like that, it starts to spiral us out, right? And we're not in that yummy, juicy state. We're in that, you know what I'm saying? And so we don't want to be in that state. We don't want to be in that state. We want to be in this other state. So if these people are dragging you down to the hellscape that they chose to live in, fucking you know, cut the anchor, bro. Cut the anchor. Otherwise, it's going to take the whole boat down. You got to make a decision. You're the captain. Okay? You're the captain of your ship. You got to make a decision. Sometimes you got to fucking drop the anchor. Sometimes you got to cut the anchor. Sometimes you got to pull the anchor. If it's stuck, or if it's, let's say something big fucking took a line, you got to fucking cut it, or you got to lose your pull, or you got to say it's dragging us down and you got to fucking let it go. You got to cut it loose. Turn it loose. So anyways, figure out what's dragging you down and figure out what's elevating you up, and stay in the focus of what is elevating you up, not spiritual bypassing into positivity, but that which is actually bringing your soul fulfillment and joy. Okay? Because that is the difference. Ultimately, that is the difference. What you don't get what you want. You get what you are a vibrational match to. I'm not surprised. I'm sitting here with my fucking smart ass little trick cat. I'm not like, because I'm a smart trick kitty. We like to go on little adventures. We like to eat delicious foods. We like to eat at a certain time. But the reality of the situation is we're still cat life, So like in kitty time, like we like to nap. We like to nap. We like to battle on the spiritual realms. And so, like I understand. I understand and overstand and understand why that's my little soul creature right now. However, if you are so like, I'm gonna leave you with this too. I had a friend and she was so So to be like, "Well, I'm good. I don't ever need a fucking man." And it's like, I did that for a long time, right? Until the universe was like, "Oh, can you do everything on yourself?" Like when I got hit by the truck and had to spend like a year and I had the whole fucking right side of my body broken and I couldn't sit or stand or walk or do shit for like a year. I was in bed. That was like the whole thing. My guides were like, "Can you do it by yourself?" Like about it too. And I was like, God, you guys are fucking rude. But anyways, the point of the story is it's just like, yeah, well, we don't really need, and it's like, it's not about needing, because if you're lacking or you're wanting something, then you're saying that there is a lack there. And it's not about saying that I don't need it also. So for instance, I'm kind of good on my own, but I would really enjoy an amazing partner to cook food with and to eat with and to go on adventures and share this beautiful paradise stories and information with, right? Like I would love that. I would love to like create and build our own version of what our ideal family love actually should be, despite all of the crazy shit and abuse that's happened, right? Yeah, you agree. See, even the caddy agrees. So I focus on what I focus and keep that intent. But the thing is when someone's like, I don't need a man. I don't, like when you get like, I'm a feminist for sure. I don't hate men though. It's just like the patriarchal system that fucking sucks. And it's trained us all to be kind of fucking sucky to each other, right? It's we're like a product of our environment, quite literally, physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. Um, so yeah, she's just like, I don't understand why I never get a dude. Da, 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 da. It's like because you have no interest. Like you like dick, but you don't have any interest in having the partner. So when we are imagining things, be careful because how we are projecting, right? If we're just like, I'm good, I'm good, I'm good. Now you'd be like, I'm ready. I'm ready for my partner. I'm ready for my partner. Where's my partner? Like even when before I brought other people into my life, like I would start making food and make like two plates. And then like if I didn't eat that plate, like as if someone was going to show up, like making space, right? Like even having both sides of your bed clear. So you're like, oh, well, that's for my partner, right? Like start to be in that state of mind, start to be in that actual reality, right? Like I had to start doing it. I'd be like, oh, well, I love to keep all this stuff next to me. Sometimes I sleep with my cards in the bed. I'm just like, okay, I've learned to put everything away to make sure that space is clear, to be like, yes, I'm going to always make space for this, for the person to lay next to me and hold me. Because if we don't make space for it, if we don't clean out whatever, some shit that we have, right, then we're allowing for this other shit to kind of occupy, kind of like the parking space, right? So energetically cleanse, physically cleanse, spiritually, emotionally, mentally cleanse yourself from any people that are trying to drag you down, and do not let them drag you down because now is the time to actually speak your truth. We are in Gemini season and we have so much planetary shifting right now, and it is time to it, right? Uranus is the planet of revolution. It's time. Evolution, evolving with love, love evolution, right? Excuse me. Let this old energy, the hiccups, the burps, excuse me, go. Let it all out. Don't re-swallow it. Don't re-digest, re-accept it. Speak for what you want to come in, and stop speaking on the things that you don't like, because the universe is only going to grant you more of what you are projecting. So if every day you're just like, fuck these people, fuck this place, blah, 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 nobody's ever fucking coming, then they're just going to be like, okay, this person said nobody's ever coming. All these people suck. So please fulfill their order. Like, it's like you say, like, fuck it. Oh, that would be cool if it was your story. Like, it'd be cool if it was your story. And if it is your story, fucking come back and share it, please. I hope that it's all of our stories. I hope that we all end up with a fucking happy ending. Is it possible? Yeah. Nothing is impossible. Maybe a little bit improbable sometimes, but what the fuck? Like, are you looking at what's going on? If everything is going on isn't a fucking fantasy or fucking horror movie in your mind, like what's happening in reality, then like whatever. Like I'm gonna stay on that fantasy line, and I'm gonna be like, you know what? Yeah, I don't want to go to Terminator. I want to go to this solar punk utopian dream where we're planting food and making it together and growing these communities. Like, that sounds awesome. So I'm going to focus on that and not focus too much on all this other shit that I don't like. And I am going to speak up on things when I don't like them. And I'm going to say, I rebuke this. I do not agree. I do not consent. Because if you do not say you do not consent, then you are just agreeing to continue consent. So use this Gemini energy. Go out, speak what you have to say, try to attack people or hurt people. That's not like Gemini is very well, they understand. Like, they understand what they're talking about. They're not talking about, it's like a Scorpio. They're not just talking about shit to talk about it. It's like they really like studied it. They know. Like they're speaking either from their depths of their soul, right? Like that's how we're going to speak out in this time, or we're going to speak out like for what we know is true. And we have to start saying this is our truth, because I think what's going on is people don't understand, like, do we need somebody to start the revolution? I'm not really sure. Like I've been thinking that for like 2 weeks, like what are we waiting for? And people are posting like, are we just going to sit here? Like what are we waiting for? And the reality is what we're waiting for is everybody to just say, I don't consent to this anymore, and to stop fucking consenting to the dumb shit and the fucking corporations and all this shit that's not helping us. And as we do that, we'll start to create these new pathways. But while this dumb shit is in that VIP parking spot, we're just, we're letting them occupy. We're letting them occupy our mind, our space, our energy, our organic intelligence. And so don't do that. Tap in, and you'll notice that more and more people will be like NPCs. You'll notice more and more people will be like, huh? And they'll seem a little bit soulless, because they may be. There is a lot of need to stay in third density. They want to stay in hell because their karmic lesson is to stay in hell. They were sent here. This is like a penitentiary planet, essentially. You can come here and get out quicker on good behavior by filling out more karma paths, and that's kind of what it is. But not everybody is meant to ascend. Not everybody is going to fourth and fifth and above densities. There is many people that decided to stay here in third density, and that is their choice. So trying to wake everybody up or trying to bring everybody up, no, keep your vibrational frequency, and naturally it will vibrate to you. All the people will vibrate to you. Just like that. Figure out ways to do guerrilla marketing or anything else like that, and find more ways, right? It's like I try to meet people. People are so dumb, so I just I put here on my Bumble, on my dating app or whatever, just like, come over here. If you can listen to me and you want to have a conversation, you still want to hang out, you can go down below into my Instagram and message me on one of my Instagrams privately, because I don't want to use the dating app. I don't like what? But maybe 1% or 10% are like, wow, maybe I actually find those next level people. And maybe there's just a bunch of fucking trolls and they got taught a little fucking lesson of how to grow up and not be children. I don't know, not my fucking problem. I'm just a messenger. But the reality is we have to be open. We have to open the heart space and say, we're open to things coming in a different way than we understand, but only if we close these airlock doors from these old narcissistic old ways of people and things that are berating us out of our joy. So hopefully that helps you guys today. I've been on here forever and I really have to go to the bathroom, and I need to go and get food before it gets too late. So anyways, as always, infinite blessings, love, and light. If nobody told you today, I think you're amazing, you're beautiful, you're awesome. I'm super proud of you. However hard you're working or whatever you're working on, you got this. Keep going, right? We're all in this together. You may be on your own, but you are not alone. Just remember that. We're all out here. And whenever you need help, go ahead and call on your angels or your ancestors. They're always there, but you have to call on their help, right? They can't interfere because that's free will. But if you ask for their help or their guidance or their protection or them to lead you or to whatever, then they can show up, but not against your free will. Does that make sense? Any other demons or anything, monitoring spirits, handlers, groomers, we cast you out. We transmute any hateful words or energies back to us in abundance and love in many ways. And anybody think magic or any type of threats or anything harmful to us, we return that to sender. So mote it be. As always, guys, stay amazing and be authentic, right? Nobody else is you. You're the only one of you. So make sure to be you because everyone else is already taken. So why would you want to be them? That's fucking weird. Be your own unique individual thing and be authentic. And the more that you step into your authenticity, and you will find your alignment and you will find, your vibe attracts your tribe. That's not just a saying, that's actuality, right? So know your vibrational frequency will bring the people in. And that's what I know. It doesn't matter if fucking 1,300 people come on or 3,000 people come on. I know the 5 or the 3 that were meant to stay because they're resonating and everybody else fucks off. And that's okay. Be okay with knowing that we're outgrowing old trains of thought, old lower frequency things, and be proud of yourself. Give yourself a little pat on the back, give yourself a hug. I love you. If nobody told you, ciao for meow. Remember, matriarchy meow. And so, yeah.